Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This is JayLeesCorner. Happy Saturday. I hope everyone is having a great time, okay? It is a warm day in my opinion. I'm like, it is hot in my apartment. And I'm like, is it hot outside, child? It's not that it shouldn't be, but I guess it is the springtime, child, and summer is almost here, okay? But we are here to have a conversation about all of the foolishness, okay, all of the hot topics and whatnot. And I tried my best to get a thumbnail together based on things. A lot of it is Cardi B and them, okay? Cardi B and them, Porsha in them, okay, and a few other things to get into. There are also a lot of like weird, crazy stories around the world that we will get into as well. Okay, so I hope y'all got y'all little drink, some water, some juice, some vodka, some tequila, or whatever it is you drink to have a good time with me. Okay, I know you were supposed to be live on Friday. I was chilling. I was relaxing. I was getting my Friday nights on, okay? But we are here today, okay? Y'all know to a few things, and that is first and foremost to like the video. Okay, subscribe to the channel. Okay, comment in the comment section. Hit the little share button, child. All the good things that are free to do. You just hit a button here and there, okay? Also, child, I forgot to tell myself the videos I made. I be editing stuff down, and then I be forgetting to send it to myself. But y'all know there's other content on the channel. Whatever you have not watched already, go watch it. I've been pretty consistent coming to y'all multiple times a week, not just once a week. Okay, there's content up, child, so go watch it. Now that Versuz battle, no one has to go. That I'm still mad about that. I am still mad about that. Okay, but I am proud of this thumbnail, child. I said, look, put Porsha and Simon and Fallon and them together because I didn't want to add Fallon or Simon to the thumbnail, But I said, that's why Porsha's around here. So put them on chest. They all together. They all go together and whatnot. And it came out pretty nice. Now, first of all, I'm here. Hey, in Detroit versus everybody. That's why I was supposed to be live at 4. 10-ish, okay? And I was like, I can't because the game come on at 3. I gotta watch the game, okay? And then I was like, well, dang, hopefully the game will be off by like 5:30 and then around 5 o'clock. I said, no, so I had to push it back and back and back. And even though we lost today by like 7 points, we lost to the Cavaliers, it's still Detroit versus everybody, even if you don't know that. Okay, we're gonna still win. Okay, it's 2-1. It's 2-1. And we're going to win these next 2 games. And that's all that matters. It was a good game. It was a good game. Okay. But the point is, there are things to get into. Look at the light. The light is just, girl, when the sun is setting and my windows, the girl shine bright like a diamond. It'd be real bright right here. It's shining all through the background, okay? But we are here to get into a few things. I gotta share my share my IG. Girl, I said hi to nobody. Hold on, girl. I'm up. I'm doing too much. I haven't said hi to y'all yet. And look, even if YouTube, because if you're watching the replay, if you're watching the replay of YouTube and I say y'all I'm here, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. Okay. I told y'all I'm gonna be here today. I reminded y'all, but sometimes YouTube be a hater. But it's okay. But hello to the folks right here watching live. Also, thank you to the rewatchers. It's great, great, great. I appreciate everybody. Everybody can't make the live. Hell, sometimes I can't make the live. Okay. So I am not upset that people can't get here until a bit later or on the replay. Okay. Luckily, YouTube is not. You know what? I realized recently. I said, luckily, YouTube was not my full-time job. I would be horrible at it. I'm happy that YouTube is. Why is acting stupid? I just tried to upload a little video, child. They are on here. Why are they acting dumb? It be saying the stuff been uploaded, and it's right here. Let me be sure it plays. Let me be sure it plays. Because that's what matters. Go on. I just want to. Okay, yeah, play. So that's what matters. Okay. It be saying fail, and it don't really be failing. Anyway, here we go. But again, as I was saying, I'm happy that YouTube is not my full-time job or not my regular job. YouTube is really just, extra fun and whatnot. And that's why I am able to not have to go live all the time. But that's also why I am very appreciative to those who keep supporting me and watching me and putting up with my foolishness, because y'all don't have to. You know what I'm saying? And when I cancel live on a Friday and y'all have to come right on Saturday, I be appreciating that, because y'all don't got to do any of that. Okay? But again, YouTube is still around here for me. But I be having to work from sunshine. We have to work a regular job, okay, with the benefits. Anyway, but again, make sure to do all the things that y'all know that y'all supposed to do. Okay, look, after the live, I'm gonna take a nap too. I have to take a nap. Okay, but hey to y'all, hello, come on out thumbnail. It looks cute. I like it. I like a lot. Okay, and I was like, what color scheme could I get into? Can it be black? Can it be white? Can it be pink? Can it be a taffeta? Okay, it's hard to pick the colors, because I gotta find over and stuff that matches. And I was like, and I had to base this one around Tasha K, because Tasha K don't have many pictures at all. And because she don't have many pictures at all, I said, girl, what you gonna do? And I'm like, well, she got that real good one in that white outfit. And that's what. Okay. But I was saying hi to y'all. Okay. I'm drinking water. I was supposed to get liquor, and I got tons of liquor, but I got a bit of a headache, and I took some Excedrin, and I don't want to be drinking the popping pills because I don't want to die. So because I took an Excedrin today and a Tylenol earlier, so I don't like mixing liquor and pills, even though it's just an Excedrin. It's just a little Tylenol. I'm not trying to wake up dead. So I got water, but I want y'all to have either liquor, some little wine. If you drink beer, whatever it may be. Yeah, Simon, hey, he got to be a ghost. Because he pops up and pops away. Him and Fallon. Child is popping up, scaring people, sitting around on Portia chest. And I blame Porsha because I look once we divorce, I am not speaking of you again. Okay, I refuse. I would refuse to speak of my ex-husband in any interview or his ex-wife, just to alleviate anybody trying to piggyback off of me and them. Because Simon ain't on no television show or no nothing or whatever. Neither's Fallon. But Porsha will she be talking about them or whatever, and then here they come, popping up like a ghost. Okay. It don't be us, it be them. Okay. Tasha in that dress. It's the only dress I could find her in, so as much as she be in court, you would think that Tasha would have more like pictures of herself available on social media, but she doesn't. She doesn't. And I be needing for the thumbnail to make sense. And I can't only use her pictures when she's at that desk. I'm like, I need some other things, okay? Detroit basketball. I was watching. I was like, oh, we can win this, and then we didn't win. Okay, I said, can somebody please go get a little wrench? Go get a wrench, okay? And this James Harden needs if somebody can go tap James Harden knee real fast and make sure it's working. We'll let him. I'm just saying, don't hurt that man, because we don't condone violence here. We do not condone violence here. But however, if somebody just decided, if they saw James Harden, walking from the arena to his car, and I'm not saying for anyone to attack that man, but if he so happens to trip over his shoestrings, if he so happens to trip over a pebble, okay, if somebody just nudges him a little bit, okay, I just need, because I was like, James Harden, you hitting them 3 shots, what's going on? Anyway, y'all, let's get to getting, because I feel like I have not done a gossip chat probably since Monday, maybe even Monday. No, because this is the thing, okay? Last week, we had the Stefon Diggs trial that we got into on Monday. And then Tuesday, we did 2 lives on Tuesday. It was a verdict in that man trial. He got found not guilty, okay? That was Tuesday. And we also did the Met Gala fashion Tuesday evening. Okay, and then I did not come to y'all on Wednesday. I did a little break on Wednesday. Then on Thursday, we got played like a soybean burger. Okay, with this punk ass Versuz. When I tell you, look, let me talk to you. Okay, let me tell you something. Okay, I am still upset. Okay, at the Versuz from Thursday. Mainly because I stayed up to watch it. Okay, I stayed up and watched it. When I could have been watching 911 Nashville, and Grey's Anatomy, and Law and Order SVU. Okay, and I thought, oh, it'll be entertaining, and I am still upset. I wasted an hour and a half of my damn time at 9:30 p.m. on a work night to watch these ninjas not entertain me. So I'm still upset that I didn't cancel my live on Friday because of that. I canceled yesterday because I was tired from work. And I said, girl, it's Friday. It's a Friday. Go ahead and enjoy your Friday. Okay. You would see the JayBirds on Saturday. Okay. They will still be here on Saturday. So I didn't even cancel because I was pissed off at these people. I did not. I canceled because I was just tired. It was a long work day. And I'm like, girl, it's just relax. It's a Friday evening. Okay. And I knew I'm not going to be live. Well, I doubt I'm live tomorrow. Well, I don't know. I might come live tomorrow evening. I don't know. But I wanted to give y'all a good old live chat. Okay. We had to get into the gossipy chats, the gossipy chats, the hot topics and whatnot. Okay. Yeah, Courtney said, girl, give me more. Give me more. I said, you better get it all. When I raggedy old tackhead ass, I am upset. I am still mad. Because I can't believe that on God's green earth, that anyone thought it was a good idea. I said, bitch, I will never, ever, 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 ever. They can't even get on my level, hoe. Okay, I was upset. Okay, I'm blaming the I was upset. I was mad. I was for sure aggravated, but I was gonna still come live on Friday. But at around 5:30 ish, I was still working. It was a lot of stuff going on, and I said, if I don't want to get on live and not give them the energy that is needed for Friday Night Live. And that's why I was like, no, I'll just go ahead and push it till Saturday, and that way you can have the energy. You can make a thumbnail. You can look through the blog to see what's going on. Y'all, if I would have came live yesterday, it really probably would have been a quick show, and I might have cussed somebody out because I was just tired. I said, girl, no, let's postpone it. Okay, let's postpone it. Yeah, happy early Mother's Day to all the mamas in the world. Okay, happy Mother's Day to you. I didn't even watch Versuz because I didn't drink it. This is the weird. I am not a French Montana fan. I mean, when I say, I mean like, even look, Rick Ross as a person, I don't like him as a person, and we will get into that in a second. However, I am a music fan of Rick Ross. You know, if certain songs come on of Rick Ross, I would absolutely give my life. So I am very, very, very familiar with Rick Ross's songs. So I felt like because I know that man's songs and he got some bangers, this should be entertaining. But if you perform lacklusterly, is that a word? I made it one. If you are a lackluster performer, even with great songs, your song catalog won't matter. Because my thing be, you know, you can't just it's ain't man. It ain't man. And I'm like, girl, they can both go. Like I said in my life, I hope they check did not clear. Okay. Let's get into the foolish things around the world. Okay. Also, just a little FYI, I'm gonna start chopping up my lives and reposting stuff the following day, just in case I don't go live. Because I have a think about reusing my own videos as new videos. However, I do feel like, you know, non-JayBirds may find my videos in the shorter clips than y'all who watch me in my longer lives. Again, tomorrow you will notice it may be a shorter clip of some of the crazy news. I'm gonna probably shorten up some of the other bigger stories. Not to try to fool y'all to think I got new content, but I also want to do that just so that if I am not on live, there's still content up that's playing. Okay, so I'm not gonna fool nobody into thinking that whatever. But again, I have these long ass lives, and so I might as well shorten them up and let folk who don't follow me catch it. Okay. But again, we shall see. Who won? Jesus. That's it. It wasn't French. It wasn't nobody. Whoever got paid to clean up, the advertisers, the chicken deliverer, maybe the one stripper was on the stage dancing. Does French have any hits? Yeah, French Montana does have hits. He also has fans. They're just not anyone I know. You know, I know a few French Montana songs, and he does have a following. They just like they don't go to my job. I don't see them at my bodega. I know French biggest song in my head is Pop That. His verse on Pop That. Don't stop. Okay. So he does have some hits. Like, for instance, Garth Brooks has some hits, but I don't know any Garth Brooks songs. You know what I'm saying? So French absolutely has hits. I just am not a familiar person of his catalog. But I mean, if he performed 15 songs that night, I knew maybe 2 or 3. That was it. Okay. That was all that I knew on around there. And I was like, girl, so yeah, they could have picked a better competitor to go against Rick Ross. It should have been Rick Ross and maybe T.I. You know, I'm turtleneck. Oh, you gotta play on that turtleneck.
He's changing clothes, probably putting on another. Oh, now it's the jacket with the suede lapel. You switch from the shiny. Oh, you got a suede lapel. You still got on that turtleneck. You recycle that turtleneck. You should take off that turtleneck. Anytime you feel like a takeoff, that turtleneck, you gon' suffocate in this verses. Turtleneck. Don't suffocate in this verses. Turtleneck. Don't suffocate in this verses. Turtleneck. Oh, don't suffocate in this verses. Turtleneck. Oh, don't suffocate in this verses. Turtleneck. Hallelujah, fan them down, fan them down, fan them down. Turtleneck. Oh, break it down, whisper it, whisper it, whisper it. Turtleneck. Oh, whisper it, whisper it. Turtleneck. Turtleneck. That boy good. That boy.
I will never not play turtleneck. Whenever anyone mentions it, I still be cracking up laughing at that shit, okay? But let's get into the foolishness around here, okay? I didn't waste my time. His girlfriend Dubai wrote she paid for her. Oh, wait, this is I think French is engaged to like a princess or something across the seas or whatever. I'm not sure. But I was like, Lord Jesus, okay. Yeah, two completely different verses. Okay. Even though I feel Tyrese did not perform the best, it was still entertaining as with the full verses of Tank versus Tyrese was entertaining. The verses between French and Rick Ross, I was like, and even it wasn't trending on Twitter. No one was big talking about it. I was like, girl, I can't. I cannot. Okay. But hey, to the people popping in. There's people popping in. I hope they keep booking people that are entertaining. But you can't be so in your bag that you don't want to give off any energy to entertain. Like, you too busy putting your hands up and flossing your fingers because you got a diamond. Girl, I ain't got time for that shit. And I told y'all, French Montana kept going to the corner. And I don't know why. Mm-hmm. Look, the Stefon Diggs trial was absolute. Now, even look. Yes, we know the Stefon Diggs trial was about strangulation and battery, assault and battery. However, it was entertaining because the people in the stand was around here like, girl, what are you saying? Okay. But let's get into the topic at hand because we are going to discuss a little bit of the Stefon trial later on. Okay, look, y'all, make sure y'all do what? Hit the like button. Okay, hit the like button, please, and thank you. It is appreciated. Okay. Now, what does it say right here? Okay, Ohio woman indicted after allegedly making more than $400K practicing dentistry without a license. I don't know how anybody with no license for teeth makes that kind of money with no license. Who your clients have?
Local woman says she paid thousands of dollars for what she hoped was going to be a picture-perfect smile. Instead, she was left with cracked, damaged teeth.
I won't even go to a gas station that isn't like a major gas. Y'all look, it's your mouth. You should not play with your mouth, your coochie, or your ass. Okay, anything that's an entrance into your body, you should not play with. So again, if I'm not going to a rinky-dinky ass gas station to put gas in my car, I had to ask him. I'm like, hey, what are sheets? Is that a real gas station? Because I'm like, it got the cheap gas. I'm like, I don't know the thing. And I'm like, yes, you know what I'm saying? I have to know that wherever I'm going, it's a reputable something. And that's just for gas. Y'all going to folks and getting teeth from strangers?
Williams is this warning that you need to hear before you go through a similar painful experience. This is a story you'll see here on Just One Station.
I don't want to smile no more. I don't really want to go nowhere. You know, it's very embarrassing.
Nyla Martin says all she wanted was a great smile. She was even willing to pay thousands of dollars for one. But instead, she was left with pain and insecurity. This is Martin in February 2024.
Wait, that's the same person?
She tells me she paid more than...
That's the same person? Hold on. Because I want to be sure that's the same person.
Local woman says she paid thousands of dollars for what she hoped was going to be a picture-perfect smile. Instead, she was left with cracked, damaged teeth.
Noelle Williams is this warning that you need to hear before you go through a similar painful experience. This is a story you'll see here on Just One Station.
I don't want to smile no more. I don't really want to go nowhere. You know,
I just want to be sure. Am I tripping? Or so this lady in the leopard print coat.
Okay. It's very embarrassing.
Nyla Martin says all she wanted was a great smile. She was even willing to pay thousands of dollars for one. But instead, she was left with pain and insecurity. This is Martin in February.
That's suspicious.
Yeah, it's funny.
That's weird.
I'm not trying to be. All I'm saying is that don't look like the same person. This the facial, not the fact that her she's a bit more plump. I mean, even the facial features look different to me.
February 2024. She tells me she paid more than $3,000 for composite veneers at the Smile Lounge in Shaker Heights.
The Smile Lounge, first of all, the Smile Lounge sound like a place to go where you may get a happy ending when you leave. The Smile Lounge does not sound like a dentist's office.
She says she thought they were a reputable and licensed dentist office. But just 3 days after the procedure, Martin knew something wasn't right.
Every other month, I'm having breakage. I'm having things fall off.
Martin tells me every time she went back to get her teeth fixed, the procedure became more painful.
It was hurting, like almost excruciating. Like she was like drilling through my teeth.
This is what Martin looks like.
Now, bitch, look. Okay, I know I'm not tripping. That they had to use the wrong picture. I am very confused. I don't know what's going on here. Is that the same person? I don't know. Okay, let's keep listening. But I mean, child, look, those are before teeth.
right now. She has a cracked tooth and several others.
Now, first of all, first of all, let's be honest. There is a difference between I have regular teeth and I want some veneer because my regular teeth just ain't the best. You know what I'm saying? And I just need some cover-ups. Okay, like if you got an old couch, okay, you got an old couch that may be a little bit old and tattered. You want to get some new couch cushions. You want to get a couch cover because the bones of the couch is fine, you know, but the aesthetic just need a couch cover. Versus you have an old ass couch that's missing legs, ain't no cushion inside there. It's a hole in every pillow. That means you need a whole new couch. You have to go buy a whole new couch from a couch manufacturer. Meaning, if your teeth are baby teeth, you missing some teeth, they short on the top and long on the bottom, you need to go see a dentist. Okay, there are some things like if you have bald spots in your head and your hair be falling out for no reason, you need to go to a hairstylist, not your cousin Tootie. Okay, your cousin Tootie may be able to braid hair. However, cousin Tootie do not know how to take care of hair. Okay, some folk need to know you need a dentist. If your coochie leaking, you cannot go to your cousin Meemaw. Okay, cousin Meemaw, even though she has helped birth 18 babies, okay, from the 1800s, she may not be able to fix your coochie. I just need people to understand when you need to go to an actual doctor, a dentist, a licensed, get some x-rays. If you, any dentist, any real dentist office you get x-rays of your teeth done before they do anything. If you go to a goddamn Smile Lounge and they don't say, "Hey, let's get some x-rays first to see how your teeth even line up." Okay, if they're not saying, "Let's see how your teeth line up per the x-ray," they are not a licensed dentist office. Okay, every dental office says, "Hey, y'all, go take them in the back and get some x-rays done." Yep, put your chin on the thing. Open your mouth, clamp down on this. Okay, if they have no x-ray machine, bitch, leave.
Damaged. 19 News did some digging into the Smile Lounge.
First of all, that's a trap house. Okay, a trap house, is it an old prison?
According to Shaker Heights court records, the business is solely owned and operated by Jasmine Lyons. She's accused of unknowingly offering dental services without a license to an investigator with the Ohio Dental Board back in 2023. According to the court records, the investigator confirmed through the local Ohio state records that Lyons did not possess a certified dental license.
Her name tells the story. Lying. She's lying.
This court document with Shaker Heights Municipal Court states, quote, Lyons noted she received her dental assistant certificate in Columbia, the country.
Don't, child. First of all, okay, no tea, no shade. No tea, no shade. If you live in Columbia and you went to school in Columbia and was formally trained in Columbia, and you then have to escape Columbia for whatever reason, and you move to the U.S., and you then say, "I was born and raised in Columbia, but I came here and I was a dentist over there." Well, you have to be retrained in America. No one who lives in America is going over to Columbia to get a motherfucking dental a dental assistant certificate. A certificate, a piece of paper.
The American Dental Association says that dental treatment from unlicensed individuals has the potential to cause damaging complications for patients. And according to the Ohio Attorney General's office, no person shall practice dentistry without a current license.
Local woman says she...
Local woman lied. Okay, local woman told a whole story. Made 400. First of all, how many clients did she have that pay her up to $400K? Okay, now I guess it's on Monday. She was indicted on several charges, including 2 counts of telecommunications fraud, 2 counts of money laundering, 1 count of possessing criminal tools, 1 count of trademark counterfeiting, 1 count of related to prohibitions concerning pure food. Either way, she's going to prison. Okay, she's going to prison. I need people to know nothing is cheap here. And the moment your dentist person tells you, I got a certificate from Colombia, the country.
She is a goddamn liar. She is a motherfucking liar, is what she is.
Y'all have to stop letting people play in your mouth. And I mean that in every which way of the phrase. Stop letting people play in your mouth. Okay? Your mouth is sacred. Everybody should not be allowed in your mouth. Take it how I said it. Okay, I'm telling you, I don't get it. I don't get it. And I know, no one, not no one. Some people may not have, 10,000, 15,000, or whatever amount of money it costs to get their teeth fixed. They may not have insurance to get their teeth fixed and all of that stuff. But if you know for a fact your teeth is fucked up, and you went to a credible dentist who said, hey, man, it's going to cost you $19,700 to get your teeth fixed properly. And if someone say, hey, I can do that for $2,000, that is the first red flag. They're not credentialed. Okay? Stop letting people play in your mouth. Okay, you get STDs that way. Your teeth fall out, your mouth fall out. You ain't got time. You get older, ain't no gum. You can't chew food. What you gonna do? If your teeth work, stop fucking them up. I don't let nobody play in my mouth. Okay, you have to be a credentialed, well. recommended a well-vetted individual to ever put your tools anywhere near my mouth. Okay, I got one dentist. Okay, it's only one person that play in my mouth. Okay, I don't know why y'all play these games. It ain't worth it, child. It ain't worth it. It's not worth it. If your teeth work, let them keep working. And if you know something costs thousands and thousands and thousands, do not let somebody convince your dumb ass to let them play in your mouth. Don't do it. Look, in most states, you have schools for dentistry. And you have schools for hair. You have different schools that they have the people who are in school to become a dentist or whatever. You go when they do work on you for free. Now they may not do extensive work if you need extensive work, but if you need a little bit, girl. But y'all, this stupid, this dumb. What is wrong with y'all? I don't be understanding y'all. Then you get arrested. I got my license. I went and got a certificate in Guatemala. Why are you going to Guatemala? You was born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia, but you went over to Colombia to get a certificate. So to me, you can't really blame you can blame the person doing it. However, if you dumb enough to pay someone, $1,000 for something that costs $10,000, you get what you get. You get the hookup. And your teeth gonna fall out. Anyway, let's see. Ex-con arrested after robbing a Domino's at gunpoint. And I want to go back to jail, y'all. Back in prison? Why back in prison? Hold on.
Porter used a handgun and held a cashier at gunpoint while demanding cash. He ended up making away with about $300. He made efforts to conceal his identity by switching his clothes. It's later found, they later find a gun that he had disposed of in a trash can. He is also a prohibited possessor. So we want the court to consider the threat of harm in this, to the community. Thank you.
I don't like people like that. You know what I mean? I came back. You know what I mean? Yeah, Your Honor, I came back and told him what the gun was at. You know, because I don't like how they be doing it.
And Mr. Porter the state will acknowledge that Mr. Porter.
Is he sitting next to a white woman? Or is that a green screen?
Did return to the scene.
I turned myself in.
Oh, no, that's right. It's a real person. Okay, cool.
All right, thank you. Defense?
Yes. He's been in Tucson for a couple of weeks. They did talk to his brother, verified the information. He is unemployed, so he would not be able to post a bond.
I didn't do it anyways. I did it regardless because I want to be out there. I don't want to be out there.
Porter used a handgun.
So he just said, I did it to get locked up. I don't want to be out there, out in the world. You know, is this thing really, is it? Y'all, this happened in Arizona. Dusty Tyrone Porter, his name was Dusty. Nobody should ever name a child Dusty. Okay? Now, he just happens to look dusty. But I mean, naming that man Dusty is still weird. Okay, Dusty Tyrone Porter, 38, is accused of holding up a Domino's at gunpoint. Okay, so about $300 or whatever. He said, "Hey, look, I wanted to get arrested. I want to go back. I don't want to be out here." Now I get it. You know, town is hard. Okay, town is hard for Dusty and everybody else. But they say he served 7 years in prison for armed robbery back in 2010. He got out in 2017. He's not been held on $150K bond. I feel like people who say, you know what, I'd rather commit a crime and just go to prison versus having to be out on the outside, get a job, live life, responsible. If I'm in prison, I get all my meals for free. Okay, I get free room and board. Okay, I mean, I may have to defend myself a little bit. I may have to suck a dick. I don't know. Because I'm like, you can't even pick and choose which jail you go to, who else gonna be in that jail. So while I know Dusty is saying out his mouth, I did it on purpose, I don't want to be out here. Okay. I mean, at least look, at least he didn't kill nobody. At least he did a crime that no one was hurt, you know. And he probably know if I just rob someone, I'm a second-time offender. I'm not supposed to have a gun. I'm going to go to jail. And now he's locked up in jail waiting for, you know, either the trial or sentencing. So he has a place to be. Now, I don't know if it's because his mama named him Dusty. He just don't, you know, he's a Dusty, I don't know. But him saying he'd rather, you know, be in jail than be out here is kind of crazy. Now, I get because you can't pick and choose where you go in prison. So, and he only 38. That's sad. He's 38 now. He went to jail 16 years ago. Oh, he went to jail at 22. So, because if he in 2010 he would have been. So if he went to prison at 22, got out in 2017, that's all he know. But at least, I mean, he's been out damn near 10 years. If you want to go to prison and jail, cool. I'm fine. Just don't hurt anyone. And I'm also happy that no one like shot and killed him. Because you rob somewhere, someone can shoot you because you have a gun. You know? So it's top. May Dusty find whatever you're looking for in the prisons, okay? We discussed this story when it happened. I think it was like a couple years ago, I don't know. But a California mom who led a double life as an OnlyFans creator pleads guilty to involuntary manslaughter in the death of a 55-year-old man who paid her $11,000 for a kinky acts. Okay. She restrained his limbs, saran wrapped his head, and duct taped his mouth. Okay, he suffocated. Now again, she was paid by him $11K. because he likes some freaky things. Look, I like freaky things too. Okay, but I don't want anyone to prevent me from breathing. It was saying, I'm not a choke me to I can't breathe person. You know, if you hear me and I can't breathe, stop. You know what I'm saying, I'm not in. So I mean, her being paid to, you know, do what he wanted, and he died. Okay, but I do feel like if you are the person who is restraining somebody, you have to know when to not restrain them so much that they could die. Because if they die, it's your fault. Okay, if you are the one in charge of the duct tape and saran wrap, you know, you will cause that person to die because they can't help themselves out of the saran wrap. You know what I'm saying? So was it 11? Was it worth it? You got paid $11K, cool, but now you're gonna be in prison. You know, you have to know when. Well, you know, no, you have to be good at your job. And if your job is to restrain somebody so they can be sexually aroused, cool, that's fine. But you also need to know how to not let them die. Okay, it needs to be a safe word, a safe tap. You know, okay. Okay, because it said she left him in that condition for several minutes before he became unresponsive. If you have somebody saran wrapped and duct tape, you can't leave the room. You have to watch them like a hawk, because the moment they start to struggle, you have to pull their ass up out the saran wrap. Again, and now she'll be sentenced next month. She faces up to 4 years in prison because again, it's involuntary manslaughter. Because she didn't purposely kill him, but he died. So she's facing up to 4 years in prison. But y'all, if you're gonna be out here fucking for some dollars, just try have a good exit strategy for the person that you're restraining. I'm just saying, okay? Here, Michigan. Okay, this idiot. I don't know why people be so freaking stupid. Okay, a 21-year-old man from Auburn Hills is charged with 4th-degree criminal sexual conduct. Stupid, okay? And he looked like he did it. Okay, he approached multiple women, okay, at a Michael store in Troy, and inappropriately touched one of them on the ass. Okay, per Troy Police Department, they responded to a store on John R. On April 30th after one reported a man was following her through the store and asking strange questions. Police while officers were speaking with the woman, the suspect, okay, Ian Matthew Johnson, was seen walking toward the front of the store and was detained. They said a second woman told the people, the police, that he approached her inside the store, claimed there was a spider on her, and he rubbed her ass. Like, what is wrong with you? Okay, what is wrong with y'all? Okay, stop being so desperately destitute and just disgusting that you walk. First of all, who the fuck goes to Michael's on a regular day? I went to Michael's a couple weeks ago. I had not been to Michael's in years. I only went to get a copy of the key mag. I was like, why was so many people in there? And sir, what made you go to Michael's to rub asses? Okay. What made you do that? It's just weird. Okay. And then it's a spider. Rub. Keep your hands off my ass. Say, hey, ma'am, spider, let me do it. Don't touch my ass, okay? It says he was already on probation for a previous criminal sexual conduct case at the time. So he's a habitual. And he needs to be on the list. Okay? As he was charged in a similar case in 2025. Police said 2 women reported being followed and groped along the Clinton Township River Trail. So he's out here groping people everywhere. Okay, he's only 21. He's only 21. If you out here groping multiple women over and over, and that what that means is that's just the times he's been caught where someone says something. He's been groping. He's been groping a long time. Okay, again, get your nasty ass out of my face. I just nasty ass people. Weird. Okay. Look, brides, and weddings. Okay, this bride said, "Bitch, I told y'all to not do something. Don't piss me off."
Put the phone down. Phone's down, please. Don't piss me off. All right. 3 announcements is not enough, I guess. Put the phone down. Phone's down, please. Don't piss me off. All right. 3 announcements is not enough, I guess.
Now, the bride is coming down the aisle. Okay, she's standing there looking beautiful in her gown. And then everybody around here, phones out. She's saying, "Hey, put your phones down. Close the doors. Okay? Put your phones down. Don't piss me off. We've made 3 announcements, and it is a pet peeve. Look, it's a pet peeve of mine at weddings that people pull their phone out and then block the view. They want to get on the pictures or whatever. But if the bride and if the couple has a notice saying, "Hey, y'all, no phones. Do not think that you special, okay? And you can ignore the request of the couple." Her point was saying, we told y'all 3 times. It was 3 announcements saying, "Hey, do not have y'all phones out." And I'm the bride. I walk out, and all you motherfuckers got y'all phones out. Don't piss me off. I hate that. I also hate as a short person. I hate when a bride walks down the aisle that everyone stands up. I can't see. And I know it is to salute the bride, but I'm like, sit the fuck down. Sit down. I don't want anyone to stand up when I come down the aisle. I want sit down, put your phones down, give everyone a chance to see me. I don't want to sit down. It's standing up, you gotta adjust, move chairs. No, just sit down. Just stay seated, shut the fuck up. Okay, and let it be. But I'm like, y'all need to respect the couple who have an unplugged wedding. Okay, I don't care if you're the mama, the grandmama, the uncle, the whatever. Put your fucking phone down. Okay, do not. I would throw my bouquet and hit someone in the face, but I'm a bit crazy. Okay, parents, you can't be out here leaving the children. Okay, mama in Houston on the run after being accused of abandoning her 11 and 6-year-old daughters for 6 weeks to attend. Bitch, what you did? It says let's listen.
Now deputies are searching for a woman they say left her 2 young daughters at a Katy area home alone for weeks. Court records say Rayshana Dowdell left the 11-year-old and 6-year-old in mid-February. And this is a mugshot from a previous.
It is May.
Arrest. Now, these court records say that the older girl told investigators that she was responsible for taking care of her younger sibling, including preparing for school and getting food. They also say that a neighbor at the end of March called authorities saying that the girls were staying with her after she met them at the park. The documents say Dowdell admitted to being out of state, claiming that she was at a funeral. Investigators say the children were eventually found at a home in Ohio during a welfare check, but did not elaborate. The mom is still on the run.
Hold on. Who the fuck died? So you left your 2 children at home to go to a funeral for 6 weeks? And what's weird is if she's the Houston mom, okay? The Harris County office said the investigation began back in March after a woman contacted authorities with concern about the children. The caller said she met the girls at a park and learned they had been left at home alone for a long time. Okay. They then found the kids, 11 and 6 years old, had been living on their own since around February 17th to March 30th at a home outside of Houston. Houston, Texas. How the fuck did they get to Ohio? If the mama and them living in Houston, Texas, how did they get to Ohio? Okay. The 11-year-old told them, I was responsible for my care of my younger sister, getting her to school, managing her sister's daily needs, and intended to get food, probably DoorDash. Okay. There had been communication between her and her daughter during the time. This is the mama talking to the daughter from out of state or whatever, checking in on the kids, but she ain't there. Okay. There was no food in the home. Food was only provided via Uber Eats when the mom sent it. The home was dirty and disarray. Girl, the mama told them, y'all went out of state for a funeral. Bitch, you died. And why was it for 6 weeks? And why have you not came back? The girl was not immediately taken into state custody, after the news spread that they had been left alone. Relatives attempted to take custody of them, which led to alleged physical altercation before Dowdell fled with the girls. But how the fuck did they get in Ohio? The mama on the run. The kids is in Ohio. I'm confused. I'm so confused. Well, one, thank God the lady found the kids. The mama ain't shit. And I don't get how anyone leaves for weeks for a funeral, because wouldn't the whole family know the mama is somewhere and her kids ain't there? That'd be weird too. I hope they find that bitch, because how and why would you do that? Speaking of, I need people to stop being in hospitals playing on the people's floors, okay? This nigga should just look.
I'm about to try to do a willy for y'all. Watch this. Hey, I need help.
Oh, hell yeah. I got an emergency down here. Oh my gosh. Yep. I need help.
Now, why would your dumb ass do that? Okay, why are you playing?
I'm about to try to do a willy for y'all. Watch this. Hey, I need help.
Oh, hell yeah. I got an emergency down here.
Now they gotta run and help your dumb ass. I was like, now why would you do that? Get your ass off the people's floor. Go in your room, sir. Go do something. I'm gonna try and do, sir. Do you know how to do a wheelie in a wheelchair? No. And now you was upside down. Okay? Can't do shit. Can't move or nothing. Your little hospital bag done spilled over. Your legs don't work. Do your arms work? I'm like, why would you do that? Help. I need some help. Yes, you do. Okay, you just fucking. I'm like, why would he do that? Now, why would he do that? Okay. I saw this story. Okay. Florida man now facing murder charges after shooting his girlfriend's brothers who were trying to protect her during a DV dispute. And he then says, see what you made me do. I don't understand people who kill people and then try to blame somebody else for their actions. Okay, a Florida man is now facing murder charges after police say he fatally shot his girlfriend's two brothers during a violent dispute in Liberty City. 31-year-old Antoine Carter was arrested and charged with first-degree murder in the deaths of brothers Jaheen Pierre, 23, and Gianni Pierre, 28. Yeah, babies, okay? Police said the brothers came to the apartment because they were trying to protect their sister after previous DV incidents regarding the dude Carter. Okay, things got physical in the apartment or whatever before the woman left to ask the neighbors to call the police. Okay, they say the woman returned. Carter was gone and the apartment door was locked. She then reportedly heard banging on the door and told her brothers not to open it. Police and Jaheen opened the door anyway. Now we don't want to victim blame, okay, but again, the lady came, the sister came back to the apartment, boyfriend gone. Okay, they didn't lock the door. Boyfriend came back, banging on the door, and she said, "Brothers, don't open the door, leave it closed." Okay. However, brother Jaheen said, "Fuck that, I'm gonna open." Look, I just had this. I had a conversation recently when I was telling somebody, you may have every intention to make it home from the altercation. You may be the most gun-totingest, shootingest, I can do whatever, but you can't always win. And sometimes it's okay to not engage in the foolishness because you never know how things end. And the sister told her, "Brother, don't open the door." And he opened it anyway. And the boyfriend Carter came in and got a shooting because you let him in. Now again, we not victim blaming because the shooter is the one at fault. But sometimes don't go and open the door. Don't engage. Leave it the fuck be. Okay. Police said after the shooting, Carter, the boyfriend, sat on the edge of the bed and told the woman, "See what you made me do." They said if the review, it was surveillance footage as well. They allegedly showed Carter leaving the apartment, grabbing something from his car, and returning moments before the shooting happened. He admitted, "I'm the one. I had firearm." Both brothers died from the injuries. And then what's crazy is, and that shows you how crazy he is, because he came in, killed both her brothers, and let her live. Okay, that's how you know people is insane. That there was already DV stuff between her and him, and the brothers are trying to intervene to protect their sister. And that's also a thing to where sometimes, and this gonna sound real harsh, when you are aware that someone is in a DV situation, that they can't leave, won't leave, it's an ongoing thing, sometimes you do have to let that shit be. Because sometimes when you intervene, you end up the victim. Not because your sister didn't care to protect you, not because of any other reason besides sometimes the crazy nigga just wants to hurt someone. And even if that means, hey, I'm going to jail, okay, cool, because now her brothers are gone and she's alive. Because if he came through the door shooting, you only killed the brothers. If you really wanted her dead, you could have killed her too. You didn't kill two people, kill one more. You know what I'm saying? So to me, when you allow one person to live after shooting her two brothers, you purposefully did exactly what you wanted to do. And I had seen somewhere where they were saying, oh, supposedly one of the brothers jumped in front of the sister to protect her from getting shot. Cool. But once the baby daddy with a boyfriend knew he shot both brothers, he still did not shoot and kill the girlfriend, meaning he really wasn't intending to kill her. So I'm not telling anyone to ignore someone in trouble. I'm not telling anyone to stay in an abusive situation. What I'm saying is, to people who are in these DV situations, if you need to leave and you can leave safely, do that. Okay? If it ain't safe for you to leave, it's between you and them. It's between your life and their life. Make a decision. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just unfortunate that they were trying to protect her. And I don't even, because it doesn't say anywhere in here that she like called them over. I think they just knew what was going on and popped up. Okay? Because when you know a previous shit, you pop up to say what the fuck going on. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's a lesson for everybody. Some people who are abusive just want to cause damage and havoc and chaos. And they'll then say to you, look what you made me do. Because they then know that you will live with that guilt that your brothers are gone. And he's essentially blaming you. Hey, look what you made me do. Because you told them I beat you or whatever. Because you look what you made me do. Honestly, truthfully, once I saw you, kill my brothers, we finna fight to the death. Cause Nick, what you mean? You know what I'm saying? So it's that my ex's niece had an extremely abusive boyfriend, baby daddy, who would be beating her ass. Cause they shared a house, was a huge house, and his room, her room was on the second level of the house, and when I would hear the boyfriend beating up my boyfriend's niece, and I'm like, you don't hear that? And he was like, yeah. But he like, she ain't gonna leave him. I used to jump in and help him beat his ass, whatever. And the following week he back. He just, I got to the point to where I don't get involved. Because she not gonna leave him. And I had to get used to sitting there knowing he is over there beating her up and she over there taking it. But the next morning at the breakfast table, bitch, it was as if nothing happened. Even if she has a black eye or a busted lip, bitch, I'm like, okay. And she would, and I realized he was right. He would be cheating on her, all these things, and she never complained. They would argue about whatever, but I understood his point was like, I can't beat him up every day, or every week, or every month, because I beat him up. Me and him beefed out, but he back in his house because we both live here, and so I fully get why some folk be like, you know what, I won't get involved. Unless she say, yeah, and she would not cry. Girl, again, it's between you and him. make a decision. Okay. Somebody got to go. And it ain't gonna be me. I've learned my lesson. I learned a long time ago. You put up with things because you think it's not as normal. But you think it either won't get worse or it ain't that bad. And now 44-year-old Jaylee would not tolerate shit that 17, 18, 19-year-old Jaylee did. But I'm like, child, you can just pop. Okay. Florida suspect accused of brutal attack on a 5-year-old admitted to trying to beat a gay out of him. First of all, sir, you probably gay yourself. Okay. And I don't understand people who think the solution to anyone being gay is to beat them up. I don't get, again, Florida man is facing serious charges after authorities say a young child was violently targeted in an alleged hateful fuel attack. Andre Brown, 33 of Davenport, was arrested on May 3rd, charged with aggravated child abuse with a hate crime enhancements and resisting arrest, per the Polk County Sheriff's Office. The case began after a 9-year-old girl reported abuse involving herself and 2 of the kids. The girl complained about the man whooping somebody so hard. Let's see. He became angry with a 5-year-old boy for being gay. Slammed him to the ground. He also struck 3 children with a belt, leaving marks. And look, I feel like once you know that someone who is in charge of a child is abusing said child because the child is gay, I feel like it's okay to take that person out. Yeah. If you are, whipping or beating a child for being gay, and that is your thought process, go sit with the devil. Go on down there. Go on somewhere else. I don't understand. He admitted to targeting the boy because of his perceived sexual orientation, stating that he would beat the guy out of him if possible, but since it wasn't possible, he would beat him more. So again, those kind of people, you can't. Where the mama at? Okay, if you are beating my child, okay, and I can't physically beat you up, pow. Okay, period. Now again, it don't mention what a mama at all. Okay. But again, it says the case began after a 9-year-old girl reported the abuse about herself and 2 other kids. That means there was 3 kids who were getting abused from this crazy motherfucker. Where is the girl? Oh, the girl texted her mama, which prompted the investigation. But mama, if my daughter texts me, hey mama, he whooping me and them and blah blah blue, I'm on the way, daughter. Duck. Okay, hide behind something bulletproof. Okay, and that's, yes, so many people think about if a 5-year-old is gay, that's not even a sexual thing. When someone is talking about he's gay, all that means is the 5-year-old probably just flamboyant, feminine, you know what I'm saying, and that stuff. When you attach or associate that with any sexual stuff, you nasty. Because a 5-year-old ain't having no kind of sexual nothing at all. But noticing a child is, flamboyant, a bit feminine or whatever, and whatnot, and you think I'm gonna be that ain't gonna happen. That will probably make them want to be more gay and hate you. Okay, and then again, pop again. You can't when you know that it's a crazy month who is in charge of children. I'm just saying, send them on to the upper room. Okay, the upper room. Okay, 48-year-old Florida woman, Florida mother, arrested on felony child abuse charge after allegedly striking a 2-year-old in the face during the bathroom dispute. Now, when I first read this, I thought, well, why would she beat a child up in the bathroom? But that ain't what happened.
City woman was arrested yesterday after allegedly striking a child in the face after an argument arose over the use of a single-use restroom at a daycare facility in Springfield. The alleged perpetrator has since been identified as Latoya Gaines. The 10-year-old victim and her mother told officers that Gaines demanded that the victim leave the restroom so that she and her child could use it.
So again, she didn't hit her child. She didn't hit her child about a bathroom thing. She went and hit somebody else's child who was using the bathroom because she wanted her child to use it. Bitch, what?
After the child told Gaines to wait for her turn, Gaines then struck her in the face with a closed fist and left the area on foot. She was arrested on Tuesday for child abuse, which is a third-degree felony. Panama City woman was arrested.
If you are out here punching 10-year-old kids at a daycare, okay, again, 48-year-old Latoya Gaines showed up at a daycare to pick up her kids. Okay. Another kid was in the bathroom. For whatever the reason was, another child is in the bathroom. Okay. And then the girls get out the bathroom. Wait your turn. And the lady then punched the 10-year-old with a closed fist in the eye. I don't understand how she was able, because it say other people backed up what happened, meaning other folks saw what happened. They say Gaines admitted over the phone, yeah, I punched the child. Bitch, what? Now I'm in jail too, because I beat her ass. You punched my child in the face because she was using the bathroom. You had to wait. Go pee at home, ho. Girl, I don't understand. I don't understand what be happening with these people. Okay. Man shares video of his mama ditching their daughter on his porch. Y'all be having all this footage of bad parenting. Okay. His comments say, this is what I woke up to after I let my baby mama have my daughter for a day and a half. And she pulled off afterwards, but I'm the villain if I deny her access to her. Hold on, let's see.
I mean, being there. Therefore, you're going against everything you're saying. And I will leave her right here and pull the fuck off on my life. I swear to God. I don't give a fuck. Without me being there. Therefore, you're going against everything you're saying. And I will leave her right here and pull the fuck off on my life. I swear to God.
The way she put that baby down and left. Look. I know it be baby mama, baby daddy drama. Okay, I know sometimes we have some of the daddies who say, oh, she treat me so bad. I can't get my kid. And blah, 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 and vice versa. I never understand when either parent shows up to the other one's house and leave the baby on the porch and walk away. I never understand fussing with somebody who apparently ain't at the house. And your idea to get back at them because you're so aggravated is to leave your child sitting on the porch. And at the end of the day, all I know is that person would never be able to see my child again. I'm taking this footage to the police, to the judge, to whoever else I got to go to, and say, this is why she can't get my daughter. Because the one, this is if it's true, because I don't know, because look, we don't see the whole conversation, and I'm also very wary of believing folks who put a short clip of something, because what was the conversation before she put the baby down? You know, did she pull off? Let me see. I'm like, either bitch, show me the whole clip. Show me the whole clip. Because if she pulled off, because I'm like, maybe she went in the car to get a charger. I don't know. But either way it go, the mama leaving that baby on that porch and walking away is bad enough to where if that's what she did, she should never be able to get that kid again. You would never have the chance to leave my baby on a porch, bitch. Because we gotta fight. We gotta fight. We had to fight all up and through. Okay. Also, I will fight. Okay. A lady was in a hit and I guess a hit and run like at this point. And she folded up her license plate. Now, I was just thinking to myself earlier today, when I get my new car, I'm speaking to this. I want a Nissan Rogue. I'm like, dang, I'm gonna have to get a new license plate. I'm like, who put my license plate on my car? I can't remember. And I'm like, how the fuck does somebody fold up a license plate? How you do that? You can't get my license plate. Nothing happened.
You know, this is a hit and run if you don't let me take a picture.
No, nothing happened. Okay. Nothing happened. You are trying to just claim. Nothing happened. You're just trying to claim. Nothing happened. Nothing happened.
I will get them.
You just, nothing happened. If you in an accident, okay, and someone is trying to get a picture of your license plate, because again, bitch, you hit me or whatever, and your thought is to fold up. No, nothing happened. Okay. Nothing happened. You are trying to just claim. Nothing happened. You're just trying to claim. Anybody that folds up a license plate, they don't have a license, they don't have insurance, that's probably on their car, because who would ever think, you know what, let me fold up a license plate. Let me fold it up. Let me fold it up so she can't see it. Ma'am, now I'm not, ain't they made of metal? Who thinks to do that? Somebody illegal. Now, I'm not saying she Nigerian and she's scamming. Not saying that at all. But I'm like, bitch, why you fold it up like that? Girl, I say, girl, y'all is crazy. Y'all is crazy. White people, we always watch the black folks fuss on talk shows and whatnot. But sometimes the white people fuss. And I wanted to show you two Caucasianites going at each other.
Honestly, they have been at war with us for 47 years.
We all know that. Now, I don't care about what they're discussing. I just like showing white people be Caucasianites. Okay? They can, black folk always acting up. Black folks are, the white people act up too.
That Scott Jennings is more than happy to defend a war with a country that starts with the letters IRA that we are currently failing, that is going to put us trillions and trillions of dollars more in debt. I was only a few years old while you were in the administration defending prior endless wars.
Not call the man, is he old? I mean, he's older.
Now, this war is failing.
8 weeks is endless to you?
Okay, you said it was going to be 4 to 6 weeks.
You have the attention span of a gnat? Is that
Homie,
what you
I
have?
debated you on TV 4 to 6 weeks ago, and you said we were weeks away from it. Now you're making condescending remarks because you can't defend the fact that this war is not going your way. Wait, one more time.
Not
Can you
going your
name
way.
one political
Get your fucking
concession.
hand out of my
Name
face
one political
first.
concession.
Honestly, I'm not going to have this guy's hand in my face.
Everybody, hang tight.
Honestly.
Okay.
Being on CNN Live and telling the other white man, get your fucking hand on my face. Sir, why y'all upset with each other? Again, Caucasian people are just as bad as the black people. Okay, and every time when so-and-so, no, look at the white people. Okay, look at the white people. First of all, y'all both probably wrong. Okay, but I like showing white people act stupid. I want to get, hold on. Because on the air thing, hold on, I gotta scroll back up. Child, this Hantavirus. Now, first of all, when Gene Hackman died, that was last year, right? When Gene Hackman and his wife died from the Hantavirus, and I had no idea what it was, and I found out it's like a disease that you catch from being around rodents and whatnot. And I said, oh, okay, that should never happen to me because I don't be around any rodents. But the fact that it is a Hantavirus outbreak on a cruise ship, I said, bitch, what? And it killed 3 people. I said, oh, what? Okay. Then it said 30 to 40 passengers left the cruise ship and traveled to the U.S., the United Kingdom, Switzerland, and Singapore. I said, I can't be around nobody because it's contagious. Okay, so look, they saying it. This is not a, this is not another pandemic. This is not like COVID, but I still don't trust anybody. Okay, this is also why I don't really like doing. I don't like boats. I have a fear of big boats. That's one thing. When folk be on them cruise ships, child, all around together, I be like, look, y'all better stop hanging out with them people on them boats. Okay, everybody around here getting sick and no one. And then the thing is that no one knows, oh, it's a virus. It's going to spread until it's too fucking late. I really need people I don't like animals. Regular animals. Not dogs, cats, birds, nothing. So I can't, okay? And there's nothing, and to me, that is how germs, viruses spread. It's because nobody realizes, hey, so-and-so is sick, been sick for 2 weeks, but the symptoms have not showed up yet. Now they around me, bitch. I don't want anyone around me who is, look, check who you be around. Y'all be flying together, sitting next to strangers. No, I don't want it. I don't want any parts of any of it. Now again, they're claiming, oh, it's not a, I don't care. I don't want anyone coming anywhere near me unless you have been quarantined for 6 weeks. Okay? If you have been around anybody at all who's been on any boat, any plane, get the fuck away from me. Okay? And I don't know why anyone feels the need to, and also like get a testing kit for anyone getting on a boat. Like test them for all the shit: tuberculosis, Hantavirus, gingivitis, HIV, gonorrhea, syphilis, a cold. I just feel like if you are going to be on a ship with 1,000 other people, everyone should have to take some kind of "are you sick" test before being on the boat. So at least you know we was all clean when we got on here. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have time for no other shutdown, no other quarantine, child. I don't want to, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it because all that happens is it spreads to other people. Now you on the boat, you sick. You get off the boat, you get other people sick. And then they get other people sick. And then everybody's like, well, how I get sick? Because you was around somebody who was around somebody. And it's you can't gauge it. So again, stay the fuck off from cruise ships. Okay. Nobody should be packed like sardines on a goddamn boat. Okay. And I don't have time. So again, stay the fuck from around here. Okay. Again, these cruise ships are, and because it be one cruise after, do they have time to fully disinfect the whole fucking boat? Do they? Because if the cruise ship was the one that was contaminated because of whatever reason, or the people, are y'all cleaning everything before the next set of people come on the boat? No. So y'all be careful. Okay. Look, why y'all let me? It's been an hour and a half. Lord Jesus. Y'all take some time. Okay. Take a little minute and a half. Okay. And like the video. And we'll get started with the people on the thumbnail. Y'all dance with Nicki Minaj and Look Him.
It will always be a fact.
I haven't used Lil Kim Nicki Minaj dance break in a long time. I forgot fun name the girl. It's hilarious. Okay, I hope y'all had a chance to make sure to like the video and all that good stuff. Let's get started on some other topics. I have not discussed any gospel stuff since like Sunday. Okay. So all the things that happened, we're gonna kind of touch on all of it. Okay. Britney Spears, okay, pleads guilty and received a reduced charge for the DUI. She won't go to jail. White woman, okay. Look, Britney needs a babysitter. not a conservatorship, not a dictatorship. She needs a babysitter. Britney Spears needs someone to just make sure she stays on the right path. Okay, this is just to guide her in life. Okay, she pleaded guilty. So wait, it says gets to wet reckless. What's that? What's a wet reckless? It sounds sexual. Again, I don't know if it's a typo. She pleaded guilty to a wet reckless violation, a reduced offense in Cali, and was sentenced to 12 months of probation and 1 day in jail, which she already credited as time served. Okay. As part of her sentence, she must also meet with a psychologist weekly and a psychiatrist twice a month, and she agrees to searches of her vehicle for drugs and alcohol. Again, she needs that. Okay. She really needs to talk to somebody. Okay. Again, a weekly, that's a great thing. And I appreciate when they say, hey, jail ain't gonna help so and so. And they send their ass to go sit down and talk to a professional. Because hopefully meeting with a psychologist and a psychiatrist will help her get her mental in order and get her a babysitter. Okay, because she needs a babysitter. Kid Cudi fires MIA from his tour. Now, first of all, MIA got that song, that airplane song. But I'm like, is she like an artist? Anyone? I'm sorry. Again, she was on tour, going on racist rants, okay? And Kid Cudi said, hold up, tour updates. Okay, MIA is no longer on this tour. I told my management to send a notice to her team before we started the tour that I didn't want anything offensive at my show because I already knew what time it was and I was sure things were understood. I mean, if I told you before the tour, don't do no random offensive stuff. Don't do that. Leave that shit somewhere else. Don't do it on my tour. Okay. After the last couple of shows, I've been flooded with messages from fans that were upset by her rants. This to me is very disappointing, and I won't have someone on my tour making offensive remarks that upset my fan base. Thank you for understanding, Roger. Now I'm like, what's she saying? Hold on.
There's someone you could be in the audience.
What did she say?
You can't do illegal. There's someone you could be in the audience.
Oh, she said, oh, some of y'all in the audience could be illegals. Not things illegal people. I feel like if you don't, you can't be on a tour, on someone else's tour, if you have an issue with people, because they're going to be all Black people, white people, Asian people, Mexican people, Latino people. Because they're gonna be all kind of people. You can't be around here saying some of y'all probably illegal. Bitch, and if I am, so what? And now you fired. Okay. So apparently she had been saying things on tour at different locations. And nothing to mess with. Girl, look, fired. Get her off this tour. Chris Brown's is third or second. I think she's the second big mama. Diamond Brown, no, she's third. I think they have a daughter. Okay. Chris Brown's baby mama, Diamond Brown, the mother of Chris Brown's third child, is on the court like, hey, judge, I won about a lawsuit. Okay, I have 4-year-old daughter, Lovely Brown. She's claiming that Chris previously acknowledged the baby through voluntary declaration. Have they done the DNA test yet? Anyway, she's asking the court for both legal and physical custody of the daughter. Chris can have visitation. She also noted that Lovely had lived with her for a time in LA since birth. Okay. She also wants Chris to cover her legal fees. Look, I feel like when you have a baby, with somebody, right? And the baby's 4, okay? And you say, hey, since I don't think Chris Brown raises his kids himself. I don't think any kid of his like lives with him. I think I don't know. I feel like all of Chris Brown's children live with and are raised by their mom. And Chris, comes by to visit or whatever. But I don't think any of Chris's kids live with him. So when the mom said, hey, I want to, establish paternity, I want to get like legal custody of my child because this is my child. Okay, the baby live with me. Cool. And I feel like I would do that up front. Because the weird part was they said this happened right after the new girl had a new baby. Okay. But I'm like, it seemed like maybe she just wants what the agreement already is to be in writing. If it's already known that we have a baby together, she's your daughter, or is it a daughter? I think it is a daughter. She's your daughter or whatever. I want to legally put it on paper to court that, hey, yes, he's the daddy. He had a visitation. So that way I'm not having to defend myself with your bullshit. But I'm not a child. Girl, get the child support. What is her name? Not Krishan. Lord Jesus. Carisha. Okay, she was at a event, I believe in Chicago, and she got on the mic and started fussing about the DJ. And I am a firm believer in, bitch, don't come to my job trying to outdo me.
26. The party lit, but the music is trash. Bring the party up. No, I'm not a DJ.
Going up on stage, getting on the microphone and saying, hey, DJ, you're whack. It's some bullshit. Even if I don't like what they doing, okay, I'm not going to anyone's nothing and getting up and say, hey, you are trash. Boo. Unless it's my party and I paid you to do a job that you're not doing right, I'm not getting up there and saying nothing. I'm going to just leave the party.
I'm aggravated. Hey, boss man, Dino, big motion party or something. Like, what's going on? And my friend said what she said. Nick, you leaving the party? How you gonna say horrible and you ain't playing? Every day some new shit. You don't like
you should not go to anyone's job doing that shit. So after she got a little backlash, because folks said, girl, now why don't you do that? She was like, I'm sorry.
From the other night with the DJ. We was in Miami. I was in the spirit of the moment, just trying to get lit, trying to turn the party up. Y'all know I'm a fun girl. I was just genuinely trying to have a good time. The video took place. And I just want to send a public apology to DJ Sean Mack. Shout out to DJ Sean Mack. It was never my intentions to publicly disrespect somebody or make somebody look crazy again. I was just trying to turn up, have fun, have a good time, and it happened publicly. So I'm sending my publicly apology to DJ Sean Mack.
You should not go to anyone's job and tell them they shitty. You should not go to anyone's job and take the microphone and start, it's some bullshit party, it's some bullshit music, it's real whack. I'm going to do it myself. Well, go do it then, bitch. Go do it then, bitch. But she apologized. But again, I don't like it when folks start doing bullshit for no reason. Girl, did you want some attention? Maybe she wanted some attention. Look, y'all know I don't. Every time I speak about Blueface, I just feel like it makes me feel icky. It's icky. Okay. He got that girl pregnant. I just want people to know you don't have to put up with bullshit like this.
Oh, you talking about 3 niggas? Bitch, it was 2. And actually, I don't remember fucking them in September. I was on Xanax. It wasn't even in September. It was way before that. Bitch, my shit has shell. Bitch, I'm tired of you. What are you talking about? It's not laughing at me, bitch.
All right, I'm sorry.
What is wrong with you?
Once you're screaming at that level, leave. Once your voice goes to that place, that's not healthy or happy.
All right, my bad. You know what? I'm just gonna take 5. I feel you. That's why I don't know what to say. I'm not good at this. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna say anything else because nothing I'm saying is working. I just wish you wouldn't just pop up and just crash out.
That carpet dirty. That's a dirty ass carpet.
Fucking weak for, bitch. It's giving trick system around this bitch. It's giving trick daddy. Fuck is you talking about?
Him is my cousin.
Get your bitch ass off my cousin. Oh my God, ass. Who fucked that cousin? How you been ancestors?
No.
At the end of her rant, she was hugging and kissing on him. And, you know, she's pregnant by that man, which is crazy. This was them as well.
Kiss and get the fuck out.
Who are you talking to?
You. He's talking to you.
Like, I would throw juice on them carpets. I would fuck, like, I don't know who the fuck you're
You
talking
would do
to.
that?
Yeah, and then make you have your next bitch come and fucking clean that shit up.
What?
What?
Bro, you the only bitch that's doing shit.
Okay.
That's why you get paid the way you do. You make $12,000 a month because you work for me. Do what the fuck I say. Got that shit. So when I tell you to clean the fuck up, don't worry about what the next bitch doing. The next bitch ain't getting paid $12,000 a month.
What they getting paid, dick?
No, they ain't not getting paid
And
shit.
nut.
The fuck?
Dick and nut.
Them bitches in debt.
Having a conversation with the man you're pregnant by about the other woman he's with. You know what? Girl, I can't. Anyway, because that girl I don't understand it. I don't understand people who want to be respected while being disrespected in the same space. If you know he had other bitches, what you mad for? I don't, and if you getting paid $12K, we said $12K a month, you getting paid $12K a month. Okay, cool. Bitch, you better stack some paper and leave. Girl, I can't. If you're getting $12,000 a month, you need to figure out how many months do I have to stay here to save enough money to never have to deal with them again and to go out on my own. Because I don't care what anybody say, $12K a month ain't worth me getting my you knocked up by a bum. For one, it's your pH balance is probably off because he's fucking other people. Okay, your whole inside is gonna be rotted out. $12K a month is not worth my soul. It isn't. I'm happy Krishan has sensibly moved on from the bullshit. But girl, if you want to fuck a troll, then fuck a troll. I don't know what else to do. Okay. Britt Edie claiming that Bravo asked her to return only if she went to Kenya more after the whole she's a slut thing. I'm gonna touch on this real fast, okay? Housewives is a show that even when shit happens the following season, you talk about it and work it out. Okay. You will be called hoes, broke, all these things. Stuff will happen on a reality show, especially Housewives. And the point of the show is to work through it. So Britt Edie trying to say they wanted me to work. That's what always happens. That's all. They accuse Candy of trying to grape Porsha. Phaedra and Porsha were on Housewives, making this accusation against Candy. In the following season, Porsha was still around it because you know why? They want to work through whatever goes on. Britt thinking she's bigger than the program is why she's nowhere. And I'm not defending what Kenya did. All I'm saying is on the Housewives shows, crazy shit happened and they talk it through, work it through it. And let's not forget, Britt Edie also said the photo Kenya showed was not her. So I need her to shut the fuck up, okay? Because I'm tired. Drew is saying the house that she's out of is going to be into foreclosure because Ralph allegedly has failed to pay about $20,000 in the mortgage. Now, first of all, if Ralph was making $70,000 a month, I don't get why he ain't paid the mortgage. Now, Drew's claim now. Drew's claiming the house is in financial trouble. It could be headed to foreclosure. Because per court documents, Drew says Ralph has failed. He's behind on the mortgage when an alleged past due balance of $25,000 came through. She also claims that despite a court order outlining his financial responsibilities, the mispayments were intentional and willful. Girl, this is the thing. If the judge told you to move out, if the house you have to move out from is being foreclosed on, why do you care? Again, you got to move. Now, of course, Ralph is denying it, but I don't care. If the judge told me to move out, if the house I have to leave from is in foreclosure, it's a bigger reason to move. So Drew, again, girl, move on. Let it go. Let it go. Quavo and what's his man's name? Offset have officially reunited. Okay. There is Migos posts on the Migos page. It shows both Quavo and Offset in the studio working on something together. Okay. Look, Quavo needs some money. Offset needs some money. I'm not surprised. I think the last Quavo project was him and Takeoff's album together from years ago. Okay. Neither Quavo or Offset has really garnered any success solo dolo. So I'm not surprised that they are, getting the band back together. I hope there are some old saved Takeoff recordings for them to use, and it could be a true Migos album with all three of them. Because to me, no tea, no shade, Takeoff was the best of the three. I would just listen to Drip Drip, Cardi song, and Takeoff's verse, Takeoff's version. Oh damn it, Takeoff's verse on Drip is amazing. So I still feel like he's the best. So we shall see what they come up with together, child. Nene and Housewives. I am sick and tired of the Nene leaks Housewives of Atlanta conversation. Nene has been gone from Housewives since like 2020, because Nene and the last time when did Nene sleep? Nene was last on season 12 back in September 2020. Bitch, that is over 5 years ago. Okay. I don't want anyone else to ever bring up Nene and the show. But Andy had a conversation or whatever, okay? And it was asking him, Nene is making an appearance on Ultimate Girl Trip. Like, what's going on? And he said, well, it was the 20-year celebration of Housewives. I can't speak on that lawsuit. But it's in the past, okay? She was integral to the show and the success. As we look back on 20 years, it felt like doing something with her would really be nice for the fans, and she really wanted to do it. It was very positive. The van said, "Is it a foot in the door?" So she returned. He said, "You know what? We worked so hard to get a cast on Atlanta that is cohesive and makes sense, that we love and the fan love. We want to be at the level that Atlanta used to be, and we are finally there. That's what I'm focusing on right now." Meaning, stop bringing up the old shit. There's no space in the current cast for Nene. There just isn't. There just is not a space in the current cast. She's been gone 6 years. She's done. Now, I'm all for if they do a Housewife legacy or something else with Nene on Bravo, but to me, Nene does not need to ever return as a friend of or as a housewife on the Housewives of Atlanta. No. She's outgrown the show. I don't think she's even friends with anyone on the show currently, any real capacity. So it's a no for me, dog. It's a no for me. And Nene was asked about being back, and she said, realistically speaking, if there's space for me on Housewives, she begins to outline all the ways in which her life is different now, and it's difficult to tell whether these are obstacles to rejoining the franchise or points in favor of return. I was married, and everybody knows my husband passed away. My younger son has had a heart transplant. He's now a first-time dad. My oldest son's daughter is now a teenager. We used to live in a mansion in the suburbs. I live in a high-rise in the city. I date an African guy. If they wanted there to be a place for me, there would be a place, because it's not like my story is any less interesting. I feel like no. Again, Nene needs to be on something else. Again, I think the best thing, do a legacy housewife show, not a girls trip show. Not a girls trip show. But even if it's a girls trip show, what do they miss out? Because they did, I don't know. I just don't want Nene on Housewives. I don't. Period. Okay, that's it. Megan Thee Stallion, okay, was talking and getting candid about her and her balancing who she is on stage and Megan Thee Stallion versus Megan Pete at home. Okay, and I think this is a big thing. I think people sometimes forget artists are one way on stage and they sometimes are totally different at home. And so Megan was like, hey, I gotta balance this shit, okay? In a cover story for an entrepreneur on May 5th, she reflected on the challenges of separating her public persona from real life, okay? Because she said, trying to balance both, pressure became overwhelming. Okay, I think between her, I think Meg got popular and famous quickly. You know what I'm saying? I think she was on, the underground or whatever, and people knew of her. But like once she hit. And her mom had died, and then stuff just kind of took off from there. And I don't think she's had a chance to kind of balance. I was just Megan Pete, but now I'm Megan Thee Stallion. This is a big, big thing. But she said that I feel like I had to learn how to separate Megan Pete and Megan Thee Stallion. Okay. She also said when I'm interacting with people and my hotties, I want them to feel like when we had the experience with Megan, it didn't matter if they were having a bad day, because once they met me, their day was better. Okay, that you might have felt some way of relief. Because you do not want to meet your idols or whatever, and you feel like when you meet them in person, they are horrible people, or they can come off as if they don't care, or like you don't matter. So I think her saying, when I meet my fans, my hotties, I want them to get them back. Megan Thee Stallion, I want them to get that. But Megan Pete is someone at home I don't want to share. Okay, she admitted that there was a period of fame where the lines were blurred. Okay, and it was too much. I was Megan Thee Stallion all the time. I was on all the time, and people treated me that way. Even people that had known me for so long in life, they no longer treated me like Megan they grew up with, and I didn't like that. This is so crazy, you know me. So why are we sitting here and you're recording everything I do? She also said she's learned to recognize transactional relationships. Yes, come on, we have to realize transactional relationships, okay? Because some people will only want to befriend you for what they can get from befriending you. And when you are on a Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B level, Latto level, Doja, you're on that level, you do have to gauge, is this authentically a friendship that's growing or whatever? Or to just, hey, I want it for what I can get out of it. And transactional does not always mean money, but it does mean I want something out of this relationship. And sometimes that can take peace from you. Because I had to learn that when I go home, I can't take my whole day with me into my personal life. This is two different lives I'm living. And like, I'm not Megan Thee Stallion at all, but I do that at home. But my 9-to-5 job at my job and my YouTube-ness, I keep them separate. I keep it separate. That's why some days when I get off work, I can't go live. I'm work was too crazy, and I don't want to react because I'm frustrated or I'm just tired from work. So I try my best to keep those two things separate. Nobody at my job currently even knows I'm on YouTube. And I don't discuss my job with y'all because you do need to sometimes keep the things completely separate just so that you don't feel like you're always one way or the other with people. Okay, so I'm like, man, you better balance life. Okay, and I think it takes time to learn you don't always have to be on. You don't always have to be performative, not in a fake way, but in I'm a performer way. And that could have been why she, had issues before, because she was just always trying to perform. I'm like, girl, you better sit down, let that be. Kodak Black. Now I'm like, why he keep getting arrested? Kodak Black was granted a $75K bond after being arrested for drug trafficking. His fingerprint was found on a prescription bottle. I'm like, I didn't know you could be arrested because someone found your fingerprint on the bottle. Okay. Now again, he was released on bond. Okay, he was arrested in Florida. Per reports, his real name is Bill Capri. He turned himself in this week after authorities hit him with a felony MDMA trafficking charge based on a November 25th investigation. Again, they say he was never in the car. However, stuff found in the car had his fingerprints on it. And I don't even understand how I can be arrested because someone took something. Well, you know what? I do get it, because if a gun is found in the car and the gun is illegal and the gun is found and it has my fingerprints on it, it is an illegal gun. It's in my fingerprint. So if somebody had drugs that's illegal, the drugs would not be able to have my fingerprints unless I touched it. So that do make sense, I guess. Stop doing drugs. But he's out.
Within the bag be turned over to you. So there at least is some tie, seems like, to the court, to that bag. Nonetheless, I think in terms of bond, I am going to slightly increase the bond. I think based upon your, not the fact that you're a rapper, I think that has no binding, but the other factors that the court considered is your prior criminal history, including 12 prior felony convictions, 2 misdemeanor convictions, 1 failure to appear. That was quite some time ago, so I'm not giving a ton of weight to the failure to appear, but I think an appropriate bond in this case would be $75,000. So that's going to be what the court sets the bond at. As conditions of your bond, I am going to order that you not return to the scene of the offense, which is 910 Airvilla Road, Orlando, Florida, which is the Children's Safety Village. Additionally, I am going to order that you not have any contact with any of the co-defendants in your case, so specifically Mr. Avon Joseph and Mr. James Twitty. Additionally, you are not to possess or consume any drugs or controlled substances without a valid prescription. Additionally, this should go without saying because you within the bag be turned over to you, but you're not to possess any weapons or firearms. Additionally, I am going to order that you not have contact with any of the other witnesses in the case. So
Kodak Black keep getting involved in shit. And I just feel like he don't have the best people around him. How you keep getting arrested? You just keep getting arrested, bitch. It don't make no sense, ho. What are you doing? The lady who accused or was alleging that Big Meech was her daddy, he ain't the daddy. Okay, they did a DNA test, and it turned out he ain't the daddy. Now, because I reported on it, I sent up the job again. He ain't the daddy. And now I'm again the lady had that man named her name. What's her name? It's something Funnery. Either way, go. He ain't the daddy. I just want to. He ain't the daddy. Okay. Mary J. Blige. She's on a residency in Vegas. It had only 10 days initially. Okay. Well, she's added 10 more days to residency, which is good. That'll be a total of 20 days. Okay. Again, the first run was sold out. Okay, the first 10 shows were sold out. So they added 10 more dates that will run through August, September, and October. Now, I'm gonna be clear about something, right? I feel like no tea, no shade to Mary. But I'm like, I thought residencies usually be like a full month or two, you know, maybe 4 or 5 shows a week. Mary doing a 3-month residency with only 10 days. Is that normal? I just want to say, like, that was supposed to be. And I love Mary J. Blige. I love it. But I'm just wondering, is there a reason why the dates are so split up? Because again, 10 dates between August, September, and October. That's 3 months. So that's like what, maybe 3 shows a month? I don't know. I haven't heard any negative thing about her residency. I've only heard people having a good time, child. And I'm guessing that's why she got 10 more dates. So if y'all care to go, okay, book y'all the date. Go see Mary J. Blige in Vegas for residency. Child, she around there having a good time, child. But again, I'm still wondering, how does someone get 10 more days for 3 months? I just never known that, okay? Because usually the point of a residency is to have multiple dates in one location so that you're, you know, it's like a tour, but it's just in one place. And folks come to see you. So I'm like, I don't know, child. But again, they got 10 more dates coming up for the summertime. Latto has announced she is retiring. I said, what you mean she's retiring? Latto made a post saying 5/29, my retirement album, thank you for everything. And folks said, bitch, what? What you mean retirement? Again, has she put out any albums? Okay. She posted it on X. Okay, this and hey, that's it. That's all I don't know what's going on. And I'm like, but how are you retiring? And do not get me wrong. Once you make enough money to retire, fine. But I just wonder how, because I don't, let me Google it. Latto. Let's see, Latto, Latto album. Does she have any albums? Let's see. It say Big Latto, Hit a Latto. Let me go to title. Let me go to title. Because I've never listened to a Latto album. I've never thought to pull up a Latto album. But I just wondered, like, has she put out a lot of albums? Let's see. View all. There was Miss Mulatto in 2016. 8 songs. Okay. Latto Let 'Em Know in 2017. Okay. 15 songs. So she on albums? I didn't even know that. Time and Pressure in 2017. 5 songs. These mixtapes. Mulatto in 2018. 10 songs. Big Latto in 2019 had 6 songs. These are like little EPs. Here's a Latto in 2019. Girl, this real 6 songs. Queen of the South in 2020 had 13 songs. 777 2022. 14 songs. Sugar Honey Iced Tea in 2024. Volume 1 and Volume 2. What about 23 songs? So I mean, I guess she can retire. But I didn't even know that she made. I never knew she had albums out at all. But I mean, okay, she's retiring. I mean, look, if you, because I'm how old is she? Let me see. She's 27. She's 27, about to have her first baby. So maybe she's like, you know what? I want to retire early and stuff. Okay, fine. That's fine. We don't, not that we don't care, but I just be like, girl, retirement already. Why we gonna do that? Beyonce. So y'all know that man stole Beyonce's music, okay? Back in 2025, July, the summer, okay? Beyonce was on tour and somebody broke into her staff's car or truck or whatever while in Atlanta and stole stuff. Stole some, I think, luggage or whatever, but the stuff that was stolen included Beyonce's music. Okay, so they was taking stuff. I'm like, why would y'all do this? So this man around here, who they said did it, okay, Kelvin Evans, he's accused of stealing stuff, okay, and he said, I want to go to trial, okay, I am innocent. I'm not taking no plea deal. Okay, I want to go to trial, and the trial starts Monday, May 11th. Okay, if convicted, on let's see, he's felony charges of entering the automobile and misdemeanor criminal trespass. He could spend 6 years in prison. I mean, look, if he didn't do it, you know, you don't want someone to plead guilty if they didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, take the chance to take the chance up in court. Go to a little trial, child. Will Beyonce have to show up? If I'm arrested and I have a chance to meet Beyonce, so I said I'm gonna go to trial because they may have to call Beyonce as a witness. I might say, yeah, let's go to court. So we shall see what happens on Monday. Look, I know I put Glorilla on my thumbnail. Hold on. I put Glorilla down there. Okay. I put Glorilla down there because her sister, Brorilla, is around here causing trouble. Okay, causing mess and confusion all up and through. Now, I am a firm believer in family don't beef publicly. You know, but Brorilla did a diss track. A lot of country, but I want the song to start us up. What would you say? They said I came up off your name, thank for the watch and chain thing. They said I came up off your name, thank you for the watch and chain fame. We're barely standing
25, I'm fat doing play with Brandon. When I switch, I know I hit a switch. Unlike your nigga, when I switch, I know.
Glow, I really want you to go and get an injunction at the courts and be like, Judge, I want y'all to ban my sister from discussing me because I don't like that hoe. I don't understand beefing with your sister. And I refuse to be a part of the problem. I don't follow Braider. I don't know that lady, you know, and I just feel like being jealous of your sister who is successful and you expect her to basically pay for the whole family, and because she won't, you're like against her now. It's weird to me. And it's like you now kind of see why she don't fuck with you. And there are people in my family who I don't like fuck with, but not because there's no beef. I just like, bitch, I'm over here, you over there. But I can't imagine any of my cousins like, oh, Jaylee got a YouTube channel, but she won't come to, I don't know. I just can't. I would be surprised if anyone in my family tried to beef with me because of any reason. I don't get beefing family members for fame. I guess is my point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's stupid. Even if you and your sister don't get along, but she's successful, you can't be pissed at her for being successful. You can't be upset with her because she don't want to help take care of you to where you're doing diss songs against her. That's weird to me. So when folks be like, oh yeah, we're gonna book, what does Braider do? You know what I'm saying? Like, Glow is a rapper. She raps, okay? Now in the beginning, y'all know I was like, Glow really got a girl, get better, okay? She's really grown as an artist and whatnot. However, what is Braider's like talent? Like Ray J can sing and act. He's entertaining. He's aggravating, but Ray J had a talent. He was not just Brandy's brother. Okay, the Jacksons, all of the Jacksons are talented. The Wayans, all of the Wayans kids, all of them, MCN are talented in their own right. No one should take the fact that I'm so-and-so sibling, so you either have to take care of me or we beefing and I'm gonna beef with you on the internet. It's weird to me. It's weird to me. So I don't support the bullshit of it all. It's weird, in my opinion.
You want that whack ass song with Latto, ho? Line you bitches up and knock you down just like some dominoes.
And I'm like, girl, now you beefing with her and with Latto. It's just weird. I don't understand it. So Glorilla, please ignore your sister. Okay. Don't rap about her and nothing else. Like, ignore her like you was doing before. Like, I think before we knew who Glorilla was, keep ignoring her. Let her be, bitch. Let her be. Because if we just ignore her, hopefully she'll go away. Just saying. Football player Tyreek Hill. Okay. He was the guy. I think he played for a team in Florida. He got a few women pregnant and then got married. And then they got the wife pregnant. And the wife was like, oh, I love him. He's my baby. And they got divorced. But, and he was also dropped from the Miami Dolphins. Anyway, he was in court, right? Because some lady, influencer, okay, Sylvia Hall, who claimed that he broke her leg. Okay. They met on social media. He invited her to his house. And they were playing flag football, child. Or playing run tackle. Okay. And she claimed, well, he was aggressive and he was upset that that I kind of, held my own and playing football or whatever. And then he got real aggressive. He broke my leg. And then Tyreek and them said, well, nah, like she tripped over a dog and broke her leg. But it still went to court. She was suing him for this incident that happened at his house back in 2023. And again, she met him after buying her son a ticket to a football camp. She then, again, went to his house, had some football drills. And I'm like, now why would you or him be playing football? I'm not playing football with an actual football player. I'm not gonna do it. Okay, anyway, they're doing football drills. Okay, and she said he purposely, forcefully, shoved me, causing my leg to fracture. Okay, I'm in pain to this day. I'm in pain. Now, again, in the court case, she was trying to keep it out. They had sex too. But they ended up settling. Child, it was in court one day, and the following day, like since this came out, he settled. I never understand, why does anybody go to court and then settle the following day? Girl, I'm not wasting lawyer fees on you hoes. Take this money, get out of my face. Okay? Take this money, get your leg fixed, and leave me alone. But also, you should not play tackle or run football drills with a football player. You might break your leg. And if you do, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? Hold on, I saw a comment. I heard the story of that, but I also didn't care because Nick aggravates me, and so I seen it, and I'm like, I don't care. I didn't care because I feel like Nick losing $2 million, he deserves it. If you didn't knock up 8 women at once, if you ain't take better care of your life, and folk won't steal from you. Like I seen it, I just didn't care. Nick, I think it's on my fucking nerves. I may discuss it later, but when I first seen it, I didn't care enough to discuss it. Will Smith, Will Smith was being sued by a former employee who was on tour with Will. I think it was last year. Was the tour? What was the tour? I can't remember when the tour was. But the man was like, Brian King Joseph, who was a violinist on Will's tour last year, was claiming that Will Smith's team, it was some sexual harassment, some grooming, and someone came to my hotel and left me some pills. And sir, but who was it? Who was it? If you didn't see who it was, why do we care? And a part of me feel like you really be having people suing celebrities, but for no actual real reason. And they be accusing people of stuff, but there's no actual proof that anything happened. Like even his description of what happened, it never was with Will. He said, someone entered my hotel room. I was away, left a note that said, Brian, I'll be back. Just us. Signed Stone F. Okay. They left some wipes, beer, HIV medication, and he also accused Will Smith of grooming him for sexual activity. Now, this is the thing. If anyone say, hey, this is the proof of my allegations, because look at this text exchange, but like the stuff he submitted as evidence, nothing was actually with Will. Even him saying Will Smith said he feels a connection to me. What? And I would never want to get on the level to where people believe that just because I'm successful, I must be a deviant sexual attacker of people. Like, it's weird to me that people assume, oh, well, yeah, the man is right. I'm like, no, why you say that? I don't even know how it got to court, but the judge said, hold up, no. Okay, because Will Smith was asking for the case to be dismissed, and the judge agreed with Will Smith. The judge said the complaint did not meet the legal threshold for sexual harassment. Suit failed to adequately allege conduct that is sufficiently severe or persuasive, meaning he did not even submit evidence to support his accusations. The judge also noted that Joseph had not proven that only Smith or his team could have accessed the hotel room. You know, even saying, hey, someone accessed my hotel room. How do you know it was? And no tea, no shade to that man. Okay. I do feel like people who are rich and famous and have a history of being secretive, or they have an extra sex life or whatever, I'm like, they're not dumb enough to do things in that way. Usually it's done really secretly, but I'm like, why would Will have you on tour? And I'm like, why would Will leave HIV medication in your room? So you can't say, hey, I work for Google, and while at a Google retreat, someone came in my room. Okay. And I believe Mr. Google did it. Why? Because I work for Mr. Google. So it has to be Mr. Google. You can't say that. That's weird to me for folk to just say, hey, well, I assume it was so-and-so. No, first of all, if you think it's what's you need to be quiet long enough to get the evidence. Okay. If he had actual, if the person signed the thing, WF. Okay, that's Will. I'm sorry, WS. Okay, Will Smith. But the sign name would be smarter to catch people you think are predators. Is my advice. Okay, but the judge dismissed the case because again the judge said, "Hey, it wasn't no evidence of what happened." Girl, I don't care. Will said, "Oh, I'm done. Leave me alone." And you know if Will did it, it'll catch up eventually. It will. But I'm not going to disbelieve folk because, oh, they said it. I am a firm believer in once you start believing people with no evidence, anyone can be accused of anything. And then what's the point of needing evidence? Like just show me some proof. Show me some proof. And if your proof don't make no damn sense, it's possible that you're crazy. Neyo. Okay, Neyo wants y'all to believe that everybody's upset with him. Okay, Neyo wants y'all to believe that we have ruined his chances with jobs, that we have ruined his name in this industry, and that he's lost money. But people are upset. The world is upset because I am in a poly relationship, and I'm like, sir, that shows how delusional you are. Because no one is upset about your relationship status or what you do in your bedroom. People, but let's listen to him first.
The world is mad at the fact that I'm in a polyamorous relationship.
They are?
There are people upset. Yeah, there's deals. There's deals that I missed out on because they're like,
Oh,
we
shit.
don't know if we can get behind the whole polyamorous. It's like, okay, what? Like, again, it's almost like you can be a great person. You can show respect and appreciation, but the second you do something that they don't agree with, cancel.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And that just doesn't make any sense to me.
Me either.
I don't
And honestly, for me, I think what you said about like in relationships, sex is this big of a part. I think if they could get past the sex part of those types of relationships,
you have to know what it is.
Totally.
You have to witness it. Like you to understand that it's because like people say the dumbest stuff, like it's degrading to who? I'm not lying to nobody. Everybody is here by choice. Like who's being degraded? Who's being disrespected? What are you talking about?
Yeah, right.
Anyway, I
think Neyo does not understand. We want the music. We don't care about who you fucking. The issue is that now, whenever we do see you, a clip comes out, it's about your poly relationship. I think that's people's issue, is that it's no longer about the music. You're a singer, you're an amazing singer, you're an amazing producer and writer. It's no longer about that. Usually now, when we see or hear about you, it's about who you're dating. I also think a part of it that he doesn't remember is some folks still pick about you and how you treated Monietta. That whole, she got her tubes tied and, all that stuff. That's one thing folks mad about you about, okay? Then you got with Crystal. She's on Crystal with the other girl, got the other girl pregnant. I think people are upset because the person they thought you were, this love song singer, love song writer person that we thought you were, to only find out that you were this lying, manipulative man who for years lied to the women that you were with. And yes, you are now fully honest in how you want to be in your relationships, and that's cool. But people are upset not because you're currently in a poly relationship. I think it's an overall transition that we've witnessed for the past couple of years. And then again, now whenever you are having a discussion, it's about, I want folk to understand. We know what poly is. There are many people who live a poly life, but it do feel like you and the girlfriends are promoting your poly lifestyle more than you are promoting yourself as Neyo, the artist, the writer, the singer. I would no longer discuss my life sexually or with my girlfriends in interviews. Because when you do that, it brings it up and that's all we hear. I would tell any interviewer going forward, hey, I'm not discussing me and my girlfriends. We're not even going to get into that conversation because we now know it's poly. It's cool. It's like if you're married, no one said, hey, how's married life? It's great. I'm married. Nobody is consistently discussing their wife in interviews. It's usually about whatever you're there to promote. And if you're only promoting and discussing the girls and the girlfriends, then we don't want to hear about it. But sir, don't lie on us. We didn't cancel you because of the poly stuff. Some folks cancel you. No, I won't say cancel. Some folks don't like you as much because of what we've learned over time. The lies of kind of who you were before. And again, now you are honestly living in your truth with your girlfriends. In some men, some people don't want to be monogamous, and that's fine. That's fine. But I mean, just stop discussing it. We know what it is, man. Let it go, okay? And we won't care anymore, okay? Rick Ross. Well, two things. One, the whole Versuz battle. Rick Ross, in part of the Versuz, told the DJ, hey, play Aston Martin music, but don't play Drake's vocals.
No Drake vocals. Minus Drake vocals. So easy. You want to sing that? I'm going to let you sing that.
So, while that Versuz, he kept on saying, hey, you know what I'm saying? Don't play Love Man stuff. Don't play Love Man stuff. And I guess there's been some backlash or whatever. So he spoke out saying, Drake, if you listen to this, homie, listen to me, nigga. Okay? Listen, my nigga, shine. Shine, my nigga. I don't want to see you lose. No real nigga want to see you lose. That ain't what niggas about. The culture, this game, this rap shit, this ain't what it's about. I don't want to see you lose. Real niggas just want to see real niggas shine together. real niggas come up together. You understand? When I was number one nigga in the rap game, I showed niggas love. And I feel like, nigga, what are you talking about? What do you mean? If that's the case, why would you say at the verses, hey, don't play Drake's vocals? That really means fuck that nigga. Okay? That's one thing. Now, the reason why we don't like Rick Ross, Rick Ross is over here with titties out. Okay? And he is discussing that he feel like women who are in relationships with rich or wealthy men should quit their jobs. Now, I want to throw in the fact that we consistently see women who are with wealthy men, and if those marriages, relationships end, they're going to then ass out. So why would you ever, let's listen.
I'm sitting here talking to my homie, and the discussion is basically a woman, and see, as a wealthy man, as a rich, we have to meet somewhere on even ground, because if you got it, ladies, if you got your career and all that, I'm happy for you, right? And that's cool, but I'm gonna need you in the most inconvenient times in your life. And when you tell me, baby, I'm a nurse, I'm a doctor, I'm a surgeon, I got a surgery tomorrow, I'm attaching the kneecap back. Man, fuck that kneecap.
Now, first of all tea, all shade. I don't think Rick Ross is dating doctors and lawyers and nurses. I don't. Rick Ross is dating influencers, models, maybe porn stars. I don't see a doctor or a nurse, a surgeon who attach kneecaps ever dating Rick Ross. Because one, I just don't see it. The lifestyles don't match up.
I need you right now. I need you tonight. I'm on that 7th shot of mother McQueen in the Violet Fall. Fuck that surgery. Nigga could wait. He sleep anyway. I'm sitting here talking. So I think what it is, of course, ladies, get your education and have your career and all that shit, just to show that you're capable. But when you get with a rich nigga, that's over with.
So go to school, spend hundreds of thousands of dollars in school to become a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, an astronaut, okay, a teacher, whatever it is that you went to school to do. Yeah, do all that just for show. But then when you get with a rich nigga, quit your job for me.
Rich nigga will make you quit. I'm the career. Depend on me. Yeah.
Now, we also have seen Rick Ross trade out women like underwear. Okay? I don't think we've ever seen him with the same woman for more than 6 months. So why would I quit my job to be your arm candy for 6 months?
That was cool what you was doing, though. I was highly impressed, but we got a flight early in the morning. I need you to come with me.
Why? Am I your support animal? Why do you need me up under you? For what?
Call whoever you got to call. Let them know you can't make it. You got COVID. Tell them.
Not tell them you got COVID. Oh, so tell them I have a disease that killed hundreds of thousands of people. Because you need a support person up under you. Now, look, in relationships, yes, sometimes you do have to, be there for your mate. Sometimes you do want to just feel that person up under you I get it. I fully get it. Okay. However, nigga, what?
And ladies can't make it happen. That's unacceptable. You can make it happen and you gonna make it happen. I know you will. You was born for this. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. You did it. Fellas, that's the new thing. Let her know. Tell her. I'm happy for you. You did it. I'm happy for you. Can't make it happen. Part 2 of what I discussed earlier on the plane today. I just sold out a concert. It was amazing. Live orchestra, 60-piece orchestra. The music was unbelievable. Now I'm finna go back to a hotel room, a $10,000 a night hotel room by myself. And the shit that's in my mind, I should allow that to spill over to another queen, princess. But I'm gonna do that alone. I wish you could have been here with me. You know who I'm talking about. Yeah, you deserve that. I'm happy for you. But guess what? As a boss, I'm traveling on a jet alone. Rich nigga can't just meet a bitch and bring her to the room. It's too dangerous. I'm thinking of you. You. Yeah. Part.
Hold on. Hold on.
Shut your mouth. Okay?
Man, what the fuck is you talking about?
What the fuck was that?
I'm sorry, man.
I wasn't thinking about it.
That motherfucker ain't shit. He don't care about me, you, nothing.
Not on my watch.
Don't y'all listen to Rick Ross. Okay? Don't y'all let them convince you that, oh, I need somebody up in here I can talk to. Get a parrot. Okay? Talk to the parrot. But to try to say I'm in the $10,000 night suite by myself, that's your fault. Anybody who needs a fucking CNI dog who ain't blind, anyone who needs a service animal because they can't be alone, that's your fault, nigga. To try to convince women, hey, I need you to be by my side all the time. Because I need you here with me up under my titty meat. Nigga, shut up. Shut up. Oh, bitch. I'm like, now why would anybody say that? Why would anyone want to do that? Okay. Y'all, what's left on my thing? Let me see. What's left on the thumbnail? I don't remember. I had to cut Rick Ross ass out. We got Rick Ross. Okay. Did we do Porsha? I didn't do Porsha yet. Okay, so Porsha left, and then Cardi and Stefon. Okay, cool. So y'all take a good little minute. Take a little minute. Like the video. Let me go get some more water. Like the video and give me a minute, okay? And we are back. Okay, I have to give me a little pretzel. like a little pretzel. Porsha and them. Now, Porsha did that interview with Carlos King. Carlos King. And he was asking questions about her, Simon, Stallion, and all that shit. Okay, Fallon came out saying some things. Okay, let's listen.
I always knew. I knew that Simon was talking to Porsha inappropriately. The day that we filmed, the first day that we filmed together at our home, was the day that I knew. And they had asked me to do the show. I had never seen it. What Simon and I did was we binge watched like the past few seasons or whatever prior to us going on the show when we agreed to do it. We were just in our bedroom watching specifically this one episode. She did this move where she jiggled all that body fat that she has.
Not body fat.
Whipping the eggs. And so I thought it was hilarious. And Simon and I both thought it was so funny. Cut to...
Now, Fallon is currently married to Jalen. And they have a daughter together. Okay. They're together still.
Her coming over. Now, that day we wrapped, right? Lights cut off. Production is, packing up. Me, Lauren, and Tanya, we all go upstairs into my bathroom. Simon and Porsha are downstairs by themselves. I'm talking about at least half an hour. I always knew. I knew that Simon, I didn't think anything of it. He would say so many times as we're watching these episodes how much she looked like a dog, and who could wake up next to that face in the morning with
not a dog. Porsha don't look like no dog. Now, does Porsha look different with her makeup? Yeah. But she don't look like no dog.
Without makeup. So I'm thinking nothing of it, right? But of course, now I get it. Men always talk shit about the woman that they're actually screwing.
Men will do that. Men will dog women to make their current person feel like the other person is not a threat. So I do kind of believe that Simon could have been speaking negatively about Porsha so that Fallon felt like it wasn't any kind of competition.
So we're upstairs and I'm waiting on her to come upstairs as we're all talking. 30 minutes about there passes and Porsha finally joins us in my bathroom. And out of nowhere, she does the jiggle fat move. And I said, how did you know that I laughed at that? How did you know specifically to do that to make me laugh? Me and the girls were having a conversation and she came up in the middle of the conversation and just whipped out they had already been pillow talking or whatever the case was. That was the first clue. I didn't think anything of it.
You just had this all just to play.
It's
real. Fallon was saying that kind of shit, right? Child Simon, because this is the thing. This is why I said I wish Porsha didn't say shit. Okay. Well, hold on. Fallon and they have so they have 2 kids. Oh, she did have that second baby. So 2 kids and they're married. I mean, they out last time in the Porsche. But this is why I said I wish Porsha did not mention Simon or Fallon. Because it causes them to make these posts, whatever. So Simon being like, we go to Versuz, you cheating. Look, I think that it's a clear-cut thing. This is how to say it. No one feel like Porsha broke up Simon and Fallon's marriage. I think for the most part, at least I can speak for myself. I feel like Fallon and Simon were having issues in their marriage. At the time, Simon was doing other stuff, and so was Fallon. Fallon was messing around with Jalen. I think Fallon's point was she met my husband through me. And while me and him just separated. She got with him, got engaged to him, and then when he was coming at me on social media, she kind of backed him up. I don't think Porsha ruined Fallon and Simon, but I do feel like Porsha involved herself in their separation, and Porsha backed up Simon's mistreatment of Fallon during their divorce proceedings. And now we see how he treated her, Porsha, in their divorce shit. So, you know, Simon posting, oh, these are receipts of, you know, allegedly, you know, my wife cheating back in 2021. I didn't care. I don't even care. For me, it was never a point of Fallon is this innocent wife who Porsha stole her husband. That's not what I think it was. But Porsha absolutely knew that Fallon and Simon were married. She absolutely knew it was, you know, shit going on. So I don't understand why she started dating that man so quick. So any of them trying to defend their role in it is weird to me. And I blame Porsha because Porsha keep them people's shadows on her chest. Okay, Porsha, you should never mention Simon. You should never mention Fallon because at the end of the day, everyone played a part in the fuckery. Porsha played a part, Simon played a part, and so did Fallon. But I think Fallon's issue is y'all trying to come after me because I was with Jalen. But so what? I didn't meet Jalen through Simon at work. Yes, I fucked him, but whatever. And he posted, look, all this shit, I don't care. All this shit, I don't care. All this shit, I don't care. Now, Fallon put up this post too. You know, but all it proves is Porsha was a celebrity. And Porsha should have never put herself in any of this shit. At all. That's why I blame Porsha. And then Porsha left the show to purposefully not have to address marrying Fallon's husband or being engaged to Fallon's husband. Yes, Fallon was pregnant by Jalen. Yes. But Jalen was wasn't he like in his 20s? Porsha was a grown adult with a whole kid. And my main issue was when Porsha saw how Fallon was being treated by, when Porsha saw how Fallon was being treated by Simon, Porsha didn't run. Porsha doubled down in it. And I don't agree with women who see a man dogging out their current wife, soon to be ex-wife, and your thought process is, that's the love of my life. That's my king. I love him. He loved me. That's my peace. And that's my issue with Porsha. Porsha saw dollar signs, ignored red flag signs. And then when Simon did to her what he did to Fallon, Porsha wanted to be the victim then. And you can't be. Fallon ain't a fucking victim, but neither is Porsha. That's why I want everybody to shut the fuck up. Okay? Period. Because clearly Simon and Fallon's marriage was over. It was also messy. So you should never start a relationship with somebody who's already in shit. Who wants to be with somebody who just is stepping in the shit? So the reason I stayed pissed with Porsha is because she saw how mean, nasty, and shady Simon was towards Fallon. And she still sucked Simon's dick for some money. That's weird to me. Now, Fallon said after the broke up, you and Porsha getting engaged, you called my friend at the time, explaining that Portia's career was on the verge of ruin. And if I spoke on your relationship with Porsha, you wouldn't know what to do. I don't care. I don't care. Now, Jalen made a whole bunch of posts about shit. And the only part that I liked that Jalen said, where is it? Is this is the only part I'm going to read off. Jalen said in response to Simon trying to come for him about him, he said, "You've been married 4 times and still somehow convince yourself everybody else is the problem. At some point, you got to stop blaming every woman, every relationship, and every situation around you and realize the common denominator has been you the entire time. The level of lack of accountability is exactly why history keeps repeating itself." This is the only post that made perfect sense. That Simon is always the common denominator. He tried to blame Fallon about their marriage fucking up. He then blamed Porsha. Now, Porsha walked herself into some shit, and that's on her. And at this point in time, Fallon and Jalen are seemingly happily married, got a couple kids or whatever, and Simon somewhere deported, Porsha somewhere fucking on that girl. Okay? I don't need anybody in 2026 saying anything else about Porsha, Simon, or Fallon. Because at this point, y'all just want attention. At this point, y'all just want attention. And I don't care. Okay? So, Porsha, keep them people off your chest. Okay? Stop bringing them people up. Don't do them on interviews. Okay? Stop it. Let it be. Let Simon live his life over there in Dubai or wherever he's at. And again, there's no reason for you to discuss anything with Fallon. Just saying. Lastly, child, hold on, Cardi B and them. It's a few Cardi B things, okay? Because Cardi B said, "Bitch, it's time." First and foremost, where I want to start. Bitch, where I start? Where to start, ho? Well, first, let's do this. Cardi B, back in 2023, Cardi B was at a performance at Dre's Beach Club in Vegas, and somebody threw water on Cardi. And Cardi's reflex was to toss a microphone in the audience. Toss, okay? And now that person is suing Cardi. Again, that happened back in 2023. Okay? Now that case is going to trial. So it starts on it's a civil case, meaning the person suing for money. It's a civil case. It's the mic throwing case. Okay. It's going to trial. It's going to be a jury trial set within a 5-week window, starting on October 11th, 2027. So it's still a year away. In my opinion, this won't make it to trial. In my opinion, Cardi settled before then. Okay. Because at the end of the day, usually Cardi win in court. Okay. However, there's footage of you tossing the microphone at her. Now, if Cardi's point is it didn't hit her, if the point is she wasn't hurt from it, if the point is she threw something at me first and my reaction was to toss, I get that. But if you can, settle out of court, settle. Okay? But it don't start till October of 2027. Over a year away. Okay? We shall see. We did see the girl splash water on Cardi first. And Cardi it was an instant reflex. She turned and just tossed. So we shall see if that goes through court. Okay. Now, separate from that, okay, let's do the Cardi B and Tasha K. So when Cardi B sued Tasha K the first time and won the $4 million judgment, Tasha K is blocked, barred, banned from discussing Cardi B and anyone around Cardi B directly. That would include Offset. That would include Stefon Diggs. Now, Tasha K is a prime example of stupidity who keeps doing the same stupid shit and getting upset. Okay? When you know you're not supposed to discuss Cardi, anyone around her, Tasha absolutely would make posts about Offset and Stefon in a way that was targeting Cardi too. She would make those posts and then either delete it after she made it, or try to make it seem like, well, I'm just talking about Stefon Diggs. And it's like, but you know what you're doing. If I owe someone $4 million, I'm not discussing anybody with them at all. Okay? At all. So because I've seen her, I've seen clips of Tasha. I don't watch Tasha K on any. I don't even follow her YouTube page. I don't. I think I may be following her on IG though. My point is, Tasha absolutely comments and does stories on Offset and Stefon in a way that is absolutely geared to piss Cardi off. And she does it under the guise of, well, I'm just discussing Stefon and what happened with him. I'm just discussing Offset because Stefon's an NFL player and Offset's a rapper. Yes, but they're also Cardi B's baby daddies. So if you know they are fruit of the poisonous tree, you are not supposed to discuss them, but she does it anyway. And Cardi's point was she does it to poke at me. And so Cardi was like, hey, bitch, sanctions, judge, sanctions. Okay, I'm pissed. She keeps making these posts about me. I want her sanctioned immediately. Okay? And Cardi asked the judge to punish Tasha K for allegedly breaking the rules at least 25 times. Okay? They also want future fines if it keeps happening. Okay, Cardi can also accuse Tasha's lawyers of using a fake court case in their legal argument. Okay, Cardi's lawyers call the citation hallucinated, and they're asking for sanctions over it because your lawyer can't do dumb shit. Cardi also claimed that Tasha had issues with late payments and missing paperwork in her bankruptcy case, and that what happened. So then, okay. Cardi and her lawyers went to court with Tasha K. And Tasha K got on her YouTube to get ahead of the story because she lost. Okay, let's listen.
They say average husband, average at best in the words of we're both average at best people.
She posted, this was her live from I think maybe 2 days ago.
You know, we just work hard. You know, we don't believe in taking any shortcuts. We even be nice going into court. Speaking of court, my lawyer got his ass whooped today, bro. So y'all gonna hear it. But I'd like y'all to hear it from me first. Chad came out of court sweating. His tie was gone. I said, Chad, what happened to you today in court? And man, I swear to God. He's a good bankruptcy attorney, I promise. But I was like, Chad, listen to me. You don't know what you up against, bro. Listen. It's
Tasha ain't laughing because nothing's funny. If Tasha laughing and keeping crying. Tasha knew the blog's gonna pick it up. I lost in court. Let me just go on my live and discuss it myself, laugh about it, and then hopefully people won't be upset or won't be a big story. It's a big story.
I should just go in and nod, okay? You don't say shit. You just nod, yes or no. Don't say nothing. Jack came out of court today for 3 hours and got his ass towed out the front, and I'm just looking at him. He's like, man. I said, what happened, Chase? You got fined. I said, who got fined? You did. I was like, then he said, we did. I said, wait a minute, we. Hold up. We both got fined. He said, yeah, I gotta pay 10% of your attorney fees. I said, what?
Because her lawyer, her bankruptcy lawyer, noted a fake case in the bankruptcy case with Cardi. How the fuck the lawyer? How are you quoting or using fake information in a court case? So because of that, that's why her lawyer was fined as well.
Apparently, it was a shit show today in court. Nobody was prepared. It is what it is. Okay, as a chat, listen, I'm used to losing. Okay? I'm used to losing. But I always overcome. Okay? What's the solution, brother? Hey, brother, stay with me. Chad was done. Chad was down for the count. Chad went in there trying to fight that motion. I said, Chad, bro, like, listen to me. He was like, this is going to be a PR nightmare. I said, what are you talking about? I said, Chad, have you seen my brand? It's a PR nightmare. Are you serious? But for my firm, it's going to be a PR. I said, Chad, breathe. Breathe, Chad. We've survived. Like, what I got on? So I got something on? Okay. We have survived the hardest part, okay? This is just merely a bump in the road. We'll do. What did Judge say? Judge said you can't talk about people. You can't talk about them. You can't do that. Take it down, okay? And even my content was on it. My logo was on it. Take it down. I said, okay, Chad, I'll take it down.
Meaning, Tasha K was on social media discussing Cardi B people. Okay? Which she knows she's not supposed to do. She's known that since she's lost the lawsuit for the $4 million. But she would still post stuff about Offset and about Stefon. Knowing and I get it. You know, the Stefon trial was a huge thing. Hold on. We had a whole live about Stefon on Tuesday. So we did a whole live on the court case, the verdict, and all that on Tuesday afternoon. Yep. Wait, hold on. Yep. Whole thing. So if you go to this thumbnail, it's for the video I did on that on Tuesday. So yeah, we already discussed that. However, back to Tasha K, she would purposefully do shit, say shit on her shows. She would then also be promoting her lawyer, the bankruptcy lawyer. So you are not only breaking the rules of what you're not supposed to do, you're including me in promotion of the shit. So now I'm in trouble.
Take it down, no problem. How much we owe? I don't know, we owe on Monday, but just the order's gonna go in. I was like, oh my God. Oh, I feel sorry for him. He's such a good guy. He really.
So we'll probably find out more information on Monday. Because this happened, I think, Thursday. So probably about Monday, we'll have like some details on what it is.
He is. He really is. As a chat, listen to me. This has been my life for 9 years. 9 years, okay? At this point, it's like it's a part of the business. Businesses have issues that we have to sort out. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. That's just the nature of the business. In the nature of the business that I'm in, I do get a lot of bad, and I also get an exceptional amount of good, okay?
You can stop getting bad. There's so much going on in the world. You don't have to discuss Cardi, Offset, or Stefon. If only those three people, those are really the only people directly connected to Cardi. Leave it alone. But if you keep discussing them, you're creating your own bad times.
So yes, if you're here, we lost. We lost. We lost the war. We lost the war. But you know what I have? My dignity.
Girl.
I'm still here. I'm still here. The channel is here. It was really funny though when Chad called though. I was Chad, what's wrong with you? He said this is the messed up part about it. He said he had his intern respond to the motion. No, but it's true though. And they use AI.
So your lawyer has an intern. He has a $4 million judgment and a bankruptcy that y'all are trying to fight. And your lawyer had the intern respond to the motion. And your lawyer did not check the intern's work to know the intern used AI for it. That's still your lawyer's fault.
It's fine. Chad's an amazing lawyer, though. He is, okay? But listen, if you need any bankruptcy options and solutions, guys, please call Chad, because out of the hundreds of winos...
I ain't calling Chad. Chad lets AI do work.
...that he's helped to, make debt-free and bankrupt, one loss is nothing. It's nothing. We all take...
It's $4 million. That's a huge loss.
Take wins and losses. That's just the nature of the business, and we're just gonna do what the judge says and continue to make great content. It is what it is. So, okay.
The judge told you a long time ago, stop talking about that lady. Now you have to pay the whole $4 million. You got sanctions. Your lawyer got sanctioned. It's gonna be more and more and more. Girl, I feel like Tasha is addicted to hating Cardi and trying to poke Cardi, trying to figure out how can I keep poking her and get away with it. And each time you do it, you get popped on the head. Just popped on the head. And it's not worth it. Cardi B content isn't worth the money you're being billed from your lawyer, the bankruptcy, and the lawsuit. You can't even make the money back by talking about Cardi. You can't. I wonder how much y'all, does she get to GoFundMe? I wonder if she still got to GoFundMe, because she had to GoFundMe, right? Asking, I emailed myself the GoFundMe. I emailed myself the link. So as of today, she wanted to raise $3.5 million. Okay, as of today, she's raised $15,674. Now again, I want 15 grand too. So the 15 grand ain't nothing to be like, oh, that's something. It's something. Okay. However, girl, you keep getting bopped on the head. It's not worth it at all. So stop. Okay? Just cut it out. Cut it the fuck out. Now, Cardi and Stefon. Let's get into some Cardi and Stefon news. So the chef lady, Chef Mila can't cook, because when that assistant. Oh, also we discussed the trial, and the assistant who was on the stand, who go by Neyo, I now know her nickname is Sunny. So Chef non-cooking Mila was alleging that Stefon was sleeping with. Hold on, okay? Because these are folks who was testifying, okay? So on the bottom, the girl in the black top with the red lipstick, that's the assistant girl, Sunny. Okay, so Chef non-cooking Mila was saying Sunny was possibly also either fucking around with Stefon or stealing. They called her stealing Sunny. Okay, non-cooking Chef Mila also accused Stefon's hair braider, Shy, who was the young lady with the braids sitting behind the assistant girl. She accused Stefon of also fucking her. Okay, so I just want to, you know what I'm saying? Chef non-cooking Mila was saying Stefon fucked the assistant girl. He fucking the hair braider. He fucking his business partner. He fucking everybody. Fucking all the hoes. Not just me, them too. Okay. And when assistant Sunny said, well, She cooked him some food, but it was like a old hot dog. I said, not an old hot dog. So if you make now, I love a good hot dog, a good, broiled hot dog, a good or beef hot dog, a good barbecue hot dog, not with no salt, but this is on the grill. Okay. But you can't be making me hot dogs if you are a personal chef. Okay. So she said I think the day after he was found not guilty, she said, Chef Camila said, a verdict does not erase what happened to me. Not guilty does not mean I lied. Not guilty does not mean I am broken. Not guilty does not mean I will disappear. I know what I lived through. He knows what happened. And the people who know him know the truth too. Okay. Some people pray, you stay silent. Some even try to put the silence in writing. I went to trial. I could stand. I told my truth. I was exhausted emotionally, physically, spiritually. I didn't want to keep going, but I knew I had to. This process showed me how quickly a woman can be questioned, judged, doubted, and broken down for speaking up. It showed me how hard it is to stand against someone with power, fame, money, and protection around him. Now, I want to say this about that. I feel like no one believes Stefon Diggs because he's Stefon Diggs. People just didn't believe you based on your testimony. Most people went into the trial thinking he did that shit. He probably did choke her. You know what I'm saying? Most people believed he probably did it. But no one sided with Stefon because he's a football player who's famous and his baby mom was Cardi B. No one did that. However, watching you on the stand made everyone say, that bitch is lying. The story just never made any sense. It doesn't mean that something didn't happen, but the way you describe things did not happen. It could have been something as simple as he grabbed her by the throat and pushed her on the bed. It could have been that he did slap her, but not hard. Because again, we have to remember, there were no bruises. But sometimes a bruise don't end up with bruises. But I just want folk to understand, no one believed him. No one sided with him because of power, fame, money, or protection. No, everyone, before anyone else, you were the first witness. By the time you finished testifying, we all was like, oh, she's lying. It had nothing to do with no one else. Had no one else came and said shit, we still would have felt like your testimony was horrible. Anyway, so I refused to be silenced. He tried to make me sign an NDA. He offered me $100K to recant my statement, and no amount of money would make me lie. After everything I experienced and witnessed, especially in the house, I refused. I will always refuse to sign away my voice. The verdict hurt, but what cut deeper was hearing events described in ways I know were not true, and realizing how little the system did to protect me, prepare me, or treat me like I mattered. Ma'am, you weren't prepared in general, in my opinion. Just saying, okay. Because no one can prepare you or train you to be honest and truthful. When you are retelling the story of something that happened, even if it's traumatic, there's no way for someone to train you to properly just be honest. And you came off this untrustworthy in how you answer questions, and that has more to do with you than anyone preparing you to be treated some kind of way, in my opinion. So the verdict does not erase what happened to me. Not guilty does not mean I lied. Not guilty does not mean not guilty does not mean I am broken. Not guilty does not mean I will disappear. I know what I lived through. He knows what happened, and the people who know him know the truth too. So she then went and posted all these fucking texts. I'm not reading through all this shit again. Okay? Because To me, her point was he hit me, slapped me, choked me. That was her allegation against him. And there is no text exchange about that. The only text exchange is about who you believe, me or her. Who was talking. None of this has anything to do with if he abused you, if he assaulted you or not. Even the text is opposing him admitting to me was fucking before you was working for me. You know what I'm saying? The text only really exposes Stefon for allegedly fucking other people. You know what I'm saying? So anybody who is a DV survivor where someone put their hands on you, nothing she showed is them discussing any altercation. It was all about who fucking who, you dumb bitch, blah, 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 blah. Not one time did she say, but you choked me out. Okay? None of it. None of it. And so to me, if your point is to prove, hey, he's abusive, he did hit me. Look at this text exchange where I mentioned it to him and he don't deny it. Look at this text exchange where he offers me the money. I'm saying, like, none of it is proof of that. It's proof of it was a messy situation, and that's why you should not work for who you fucking. It comes off as if she was jealous of whatever else he's doing. And I'm like, I don't have time to read through shit to help her ego feel like, yeah, see, he was fucking me. Girl, I don't care. I don't care. So her posting these, texts don't mean shit to me. Let's see right here. So you feel like you're right. You grown. Say whatever it is you feel. I'm not going back and forth with you with your ass. You have a nasty ass attitude, and not once did I ever go with the plan of anything. My message was about you. And if you repeated something I told you to anyone, I don't give a fuck if all of them feel away. I never cared in no way. I never compromised out. It never compromised my relationship with you. You did that on your own. Can't nobody get me to stop dealing, talking, fucking anybody. Again, none of it is about a slapping, nothing. Even the whole thing of him like, bitch, bitch, I ain't pay you shit. You fired, ho. I'm not paying you nothing. So nothing shows nothing. So, I'm not reading that shit. She also shows some text between her and where is it? Her and the hair braider Shy, because on the stand she accused Shy of allegedly fucking Stefon too. And I said, oh, hold on. Now Shy went on, because Shy went on Twitter because after she was accused of fucking Stefon, everybody, this is Shy. Everyone got into Shy's comment section on her social media pages and was harassing her because the chef said, oh, Stefon also fucking a hair braider. Now y'all know the woman, Shy Charles, who braids Stefon's hair, also braids Cardi's hair, also does Cardi's kids' hair. So the chef girl saying, oh, Stefon also fucked the braider, made folks pissed that, oh, so Cardi paying you to braid her hair, kids' hair, you fucking her man? So Shy got on TikTok, I think, and spoke out.
Hi, my name is Shy Charles. Many of you might know me for owning a hair salon in Brooklyn. Many of you might know me for doing certain celebrity braids.
And the reason this is about, this is 6 minutes. Y'all ready to go? This may be a 4-hour tour. Y'all ready to go? The reason I want to play her whole 6-minute thing is because I feel like she was accused of fucking Stefon Diggs, of being a professional, by the chef. And she has a right to defend herself.
Because this is my story time. It's so unfortunate. It is now 2:34 a.m. in the morning and I cannot sleep. And I guess I just need to tell who I am and my story. What many of you might not know is that.
And the only reason I did not put her on fast forward was because her accent, I didn't want her speech to get like conjumbled. So I did not put it on fast forward.
I moved to this country in 2017. I came from Tobago. I didn't have a plan. I had just finished college. I had done a degree in economics and law, and I moved to America because I wanted a change of environment. I wanted something different. I came here January 2017, and I didn't have money. I was fresh out of school. I didn't have money. I was living with my mother, who left when I was 4 years old. The first time I saw her was 21 years later, when I finally got a visa to see my mother. And yeah, moved in with her. Didn't have a plan, didn't have money, but I had a skill. I could do hair, I could braid hair. And I just started braiding hair out of a kitchen because I was just there, I was in America, not doing anything. I realized that, I can make money from this, because I started doing her friends' hair, I started doing my cousin's hair, and people on the street would see it and they would tell other people about it. Thankfully, I met someone on Instagram. Her name was Tifa, and her father owned a barbershop right across the road from where my mom was living. My mom lived on 93rd and Church. The barbershop was on 94th and Church. And so God favored me because I started working there. I just had to cross the street and I started working. I started braiding hair from this barbershop. As time progressed, I realized, this could actually make money. I was making more money than people that went to school with me, and I started liking it. I started gaining a lot of clientele. I started like meeting a lot of people in America because, again, I didn't grow up here. I just moved here like fresh off the boat in 2017. I didn't know that many people here. So I started like making friends here and building a community here. As time progressed, I moved out of my mother's apartment. I found an apartment on Pitkin Avenue, and it was a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, and I split my apartment in half. I started braiding hair out of one side, and I started living out of the next side. And no one knew I lived there. Well, probably a few people, my closest clients, knew I lived there, but others, they just thought I just did hair out of a studio space, I'd assume. And I worked my ass up. I worked my ass off from sundown to sun up. I worked my ass off from sun up to sundown. When I first started, I would start the day 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, finish 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. I saved my money. I worked hard. I worked my ass off. I built my clientele. I have an amazing clientele from beyond celebrities. That's why I would never put in my bio that I'm a celebrity braider, because like my die-hard clients that I met in the beginning when I first moved here, I would never put like all my clients are celebrities. The ones that I met on 94th and Church, the one that came to me on Pitkin in the hood where people was getting shot outside, like those my clients. Like I love all my anybody knows me, sorry for cursing, anybody knows me, know how I am. They know I don't even want to say. Ask anybody who know me. Ask my staff at the salon. Ask anybody that has interacted with me. They know how genuine I am. Worked my ass off. Saved up my money. Bought a house. Got a salon. Built an amazing clientele. Have amazing partnerships. From being an immigrant. From being an immigrant that came here in 2017, it has not been that long. I have been grinding from the time I came to America. Ask anyone, there's always bags beneath my eyes because I'm never sleeping. I'm always working. I work hard. I'm a person of integrity. I am very professional. Ask any one of my clients. So it's so disheartening to come on here at 2:40 a.m. in the morning to give us story time, to speak about my credibility and my integrity and my professionalism, because it goes without saying. The proof is there. Have you seen my Instagram? Have you seen my work? I don't speak on anything. I do my job. I take care of my family. And that's priority to me, nothing else. My job, my business, my family, that's it, nothing else. I don't like any extraness. That's it. So this is not the American dream I came here for. All I want to do is work hard for my things, pay my taxes, help my family. That is all.
So she put that up because, again, people were attacking her in the comment section or her pages or whatever. Her point is, I'm a worker. Okay, now this is her IG page. Okay, she has 592,000 followers. You wanna know why? I don't think people understand she is an actual hair braider. Bitch, she braided Beyonce's hair. Okay. This is from 2020. Okay. She did Beyonce's braids for the Black is King visuals. Okay. I'm gonna keep scrolling. She do Meg braids. This is from April. Okay. She has regular clients too. Okay. In her salon. Okay. Again, she does Cardi's kids here. This is from March. It's her braiding. That's her doing cultures here using Cardi's products. Okay. I don't think people, and she, first of all, bitch, I want my hair braided. What's your fee? How much you charge, girl? Let me do. Okay. I think her point was she does waves hair. So her point is, I am having to now defend me as a professional hair braider, bitch, and I am out here. I am out. I am out here working as an actual, professional. Okay. I'm just because I'm following her now. Okay. And seeing, come on, Cardi.
The end of the era.
Okay. This is from January 14th of this year. I just need, she did get Tim Taylor's hair. Okay. So she isn't some ring-a-dink person. But again, she also has, this regular clients too. Yeah, I'm a hair braider, bitch. I braid the hair. I said, girl, she do the men's hair. She do the ladies' hair. She wash it, shampoo it. Okay, all other things. Okay, has her own salon called Braider. I think it's in Brooklyn, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, have her own salon. So when, the chef lady said, "Oh, she's fucking Stefon Diggs." when you are a professional.
You guys are always asking, how do I fit all this hair under my wig? Well, the braids have to be made and done specifically in a certain type of way, in a certain type of design.
This is from October of last year. Okay. October of last year. So Cardi point is when I had to get my hair braided down to get the wig, this is my braider. This is who does my braids. So again, I don't think anyone understood her point and had to go live. We'll do a story time on her thing because she's an actual professional, you know. And the fact that her page is built is all her page. That's culture. Okay, come on out, Mary J. Blige. Okay, she's a celebrity braider. Okay, she also does Chris Renee's hair, who plays on Zatima and Sisters. So her point, she's like, I came here, I built. Now, yes, she does Stefon's braids too. You know, and this is from June of last year. So, you know, she did Stefon braids for Met Gala last year. Okay. I'm just trying to point out that before, if you go to her page, her point is saying, go to my page and look. I'm about my business. Come on now, she braid, what's the boy name? Jules, Beyonce's, it's, you know, Beyonce's nephew, Solange's son. So I just wanted to come and show y'all, when you are a professional and someone wants to drag you into their bullshit, and you have to say, hey, I am not someone who's out here in the bush. I be minding my business, bitch. I mind my business. I do braids and hair. I got my salon. I worked hard because if you think about this, if people are saying, oh, she's fucking her clients, that can prevent her from getting new clients or prevent her from having people want to book her again. If she's caught up in some bullshit. And as I was scrolling, I said, I wonder, you know, how far back, you know, this thing go. Now, I want to show y'all something. Hold on. Come on now, Beyonce. Okay. Her point is, bitch, is me. Okay, it's me. And you be along and whatnot. But if you are a celebrity stylist, braider, you do not want anyone trying to put dirt on your name that you're fucking somebody's baby daddy behind their back and being shady. And I'm like, it seemed like, you know, she knew Cardi first. This is from November 2020.
Tomorrow is the deadline. Tomorrow is the last day of voting. Yeah, if you know me, you know I hate waking up early, but I'm going to wake up extremely early so I won't get caught in them lines. If you do get caught in them lines, don't get discouraged. I don't want to vote anymore. I'm tired of this shit.
So again, she was braiding Cardi hair back in 2020. So Cardi has known her for a long time, for years. Meaning, you know, Stefon may have met her through Cardi. Now, when Cardi seen what was being said, Cardi also went on live on where's Cardi's? Cardi went on live, child, to defend Shy. Now I had to speed it up because Cardi was talking slow, so I had to speed it up. Okay.
I just want to say this because I know that this might hit the blogs and you know, it seems like my fans are attacking this person, but I know it's not my fans. Well, just because, well, I don't know if it's my fans or not, because at the end of the day, Barty Gang to me, I know I have a lot of fans, but I feel like there's a piece of Barty Gang that I just kind of know because, you know, but then there's part, but you know, I can't say that. It's a lot. I want to say something about Shy because I want y'all to understand something between me and Shy, what the Shy is to me and to my, you know. Shy been doing my hair since I'll say about 2019. She always been braiding my hair, my braiding hair like in the bottom. Then she been doing Coach's hair. She's since 2020. Like not only is like Shy, I'm very close with Shy. She's also very like close with my mom. She's actually closer to my mom because like I don't be here most of the time when she's doing my kids' hair. So my mom, she's always bringing Shy juice, feeding Shy, having conversations about Shy because they both from a lot of places. They from, you know what I'm saying? So I know for a fact that the things that were said about her was so I could hear it, so me and her wouldn't stop being friends or stop being this, and that. But
because again, non-hooker chef Mila was saying stuff that had nothing to do with the assault, the alleged assault. Well, I guess I don't have to say alleged anymore because yes, I'm not guilty. But the alleged assault that she accused him of, all the stuff that she said was stuff that if I'm the girlfriend, I'm pissed. If I'm Stefon's girlfriend and you understand, say he fucking me, he fucking the chef, he fucking the assistant, he fucking the hair braider, he fucking the masseuse, he fucking he's fucking that would make me, it would piss me off. And if you know me and the braider cool, I'm gonna feel pissed off not because she also betrayed me too.
This is when you need to know the people that you're close with. This is when you need to use your own brain, your own discernment and shit like that. Because that girl has been destroyed ever since. And I know for a fact, it's not. I wouldn't even say she wouldn't do that to me, but I know for a fact she wouldn't do that at all. And I don't like that because, she got her relationship. She wants to be engaged. She wants to be married. And I know that there's certain things that was set up there, and so I can hear it. So certain shit, so I can have in my head because at the end of the day, that person know me, and that person knows what I don't like. That person knows what I hate. That person knows what I don't like to be looked at publicly. So I know that person went up there with a mission.
Meaning Chef not Camila, because she do know Cardi because she was around Cardi. She's probably witnessed things how Cardi feel. So Cardi feels like Chef Naka Camila went on the stage on the stand and said stuff to purposefully piss Cardi off because I think at that point she probably knew she had lost the case. Yeah, and people were upset with Cardi was saying the chef was lying. It feels like the chef lied. If based on the evidence that was presented in court and the chef's testimony herself, it does feel like she was lying. So her then going after everyone else on Stefon's team and saying, hey, Sonny's stealing and fucking around with Stefon, Shy fucking him, the furniture partner, he fucked all these people. Okay.
And when it comes to niggas and shit like that, whatever. That's your shit, that's your bed, you laid in it. You gotta clean your own shit. But when it comes to Shy, I know her very well. Not only do I know her very well, she's actually closer to my mom than she's closer to me. And she's she's actually very, very, very close to my children, especially Wave.
And you can see with the video that Shy has posted on her social media of her braiding Wave's hair. Wave, when kids get their hair braided, most kids can't sit still, they're aggravated or whatever. Wave and Culture both do seem relaxed, friendly, and engaging with Shy based on the video. So that do make it seem like she's close with Cardi's children.
So like something there might happen. Probably felt betrayed because justifying everything in his eye. Y'all want to play? Here it is. I don't got nothing to do with none of that. But I do want people to stop attacking Shy because I really feel out of all of this bullshit, she don't deserve that. She don't deserve to be attacked. She don't deserve to be attacked. She don't deserve to be put in a mess. She don't deserve to be in this situation. She don't deserve any of this. I know this woman for a lot of years. Lots and lots of years. I seen this woman cry over me because she have seen me cry Well, I've been getting my hair braided for a long time. I feel like she's like almost like, you know, like when you have like cousins that like they live in the Caribbean, that they always love you, but y'all like didn't grow up like in New York, but those are your cousins that you used to go see in the Caribbean. And I really don't like that she's put in this situation, and I really don't like that she's attacked, and I really don't like that people are attacking her and her business and all that shit. I just really wanted to tell y'all that. Because it's like, I know y'all protect me a lot. I know that y'all don't like a lot of people around me. I know a lot of my fans don't like some of my friends or my coworkers and all that shit. But I really wanted to tell y'all that I'm not a dumb bitch. I'm not a dumb bitch. I'm not a this. I'm not a that. And I just want y'all to stop attacking Shot because I fucks with her. More than just fucks with her.
So I love the fact that Cardi was like, I don't have to say shit about what happened in the court. I don't have to say shit about what the chef said, but what I will say is that bitch was saying shit to get me to be pissed at Shy. It ain't gonna work. Okay, I know Shy. Ain't gonna work. So Cardi did peep game. Now look, also, okay, because I think Cardi may have mentioned it, you know, the girl, you know, she had a minute, whatever. So this is I couldn't find this post. I didn't go looking for it. But this is Shy's man, Cardi, at Shy's salon.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you. Finally, I met you.
So a point of this was showing one, Cardi and Shy is cool. For one, that's Shy, her man. So Cardi point also was the stuff that Chef Naka could have said could have ruined Shy's own relationship with her man. If you telling everybody, oh, she fucking Stefon. Because what if her man believe it and break up with her? Or he believe it and beat her up? Or you know what I'm saying, anything can happen when someone feels that they can play. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the world, you did Cardi dirty. Meanwhile,
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you. Finally, I met you.
and even him saying, nice meeting you, Cardi. She said, finally, I'm meeting you, meaning, bitch, what do you mean? Okay. And then, yeah, this video of Stefon gets hair braided. Cardi, if you look in the mirror, Cardi is in the mirror. So even when Stefon was getting his hair braided, Cardi was there. Okay. That's one thing. But the kicker, bitch, you know, tomorrow is Mother's Day. Okay. Child, Stefon and his foundation had a Mother's Day event. Okay. This was today. I can't play sound because it's music playing. But Cardi and Stefon, you know, was around here like, bitch, what you playing? Okay. Okay. So one, they get along at the least. Okay. It may be some, you know, whatever. But like, child, look. Their chef went through all that, said all that shit on the trial, on the stand, and Cardi Stefon is out here, you know, doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? I said, bitch, chef is at home pissed. I can't play this because the music playing. So again, it's a Mother's Day event. Okay. Stefon mama, hey Mama D's, hey Cardi girl, you know we love you. Hey, I know. That bitch ain't win. She sure didn't, child. I'm happy it didn't happen. I know, right? Yeah. Okay. Again, it's hot in here. Bitch. The chef is at home punching the walls, punching the air, upset. Because today, Stefon, his mama, and Cardi is dancing around to the music beat. Okay. Now, I'm hoping that Stefon, this is what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that Stefon realized I fucked up big time. Okay, I got to get my shit in order. I can't be right here going to court for this and that and that and this. I can't lose Cardi B. And maybe whatever Cardi wanted him to do to get right or whatever, he did it. Whatever it was, he did it, and they hanging out again together, bitch. Okay, and then, girl, is the music playing? Walking arm in arm. Now again, I don't know that any of the other baby mamas is there for Mother's Day. Okay, it seemed like the only one around him is Cardi. Okay, and you know, at the end of the day, girl, which one is to do? At the end of the day. There's nothing we can do. Look, I am all for do what works for you. Okay? And if she like it, I love it. If she is fully aware of whatever he do and whatnot, and she has accepted it, if he told her I won't do it no more, and he said, "Well, I can give you another chance, and let's see." I don't know because I don't work there. Okay, I don't work there. No, he don't. No, he does. He's not on a team right now, but you do know. He has a few businesses, so he does have a job. He just isn't only a football player. So Stefon ain't broke by no means, for one. But even though he's not on a team right now, he has the clothing line, he has that furniture line, he has a few foundations. So, he don't. Hilarious. And you know what I'm saying? But because him told me that somebody gonna pick him up. Like his football career ain't over. So he was dropped by the Patriots, yes. Okay. However, he will he will be picked up by another team. He will. Okay. But him and Cardi said, bitch, we together. And holding. I love you. And look, no relationship is perfect, for one. And for two, if you know what the deal is and you choose to deal with it, then you go in eyes wide open. Period. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm assuming he said, I won't do it no more, baby. I'm sorry, girl. I won't do it no more. We good and whatever. And then, she agreed to hang out with him a little bit more, to be around each other a little bit more, to see where it can go. I can't judge, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Look, good dick make you do dumb things. Cardi, just do not get pregnant again. Okay, do not get pregnant again. Okay. And again, if you are fully aware of whatever is going on, then what you want me to do? At the end of the day, the chef is at home punching the walls. Not because, Stefon got away with something. If there was even an inkling of truth to the allegations, I think folks would have been more upset that he got off. But again, because the actual victim in the situation admitted to lying about stuff and deleting texts, and even her own accounts of the situation didn't make any sense. The folks in the house didn't see or hear anything. The video of her the day of and the day after, there were no bruisings on her. So, child, I don't know what anyone wants us to do. You know what I'm saying? We always say, you know, take it to court. They took it to court, and there was no evidence of it. Now, trust and believe if Stefon is doing shit like she accused him of, and it come out, we're gonna always be on his head. But again, we can't harp on someone accused him of something. They went to court and there was no evidence that it happened, and we still supposed to be pissed about it. Even if there was even if she would have had one picture of her face bruised, boom, he did it. I don't care if she punched herself. Okay, if there was a one iota of proof besides her saying something happened behind closed doors this one time at band camp, I think more folk would be, you know, on her side. But like, bitch, she couldn't even be on her side, girl. And Cardi said, "Ho, it's my baby daddy." And I guess, you know what I'm saying? What do you want us to do? And what do you want us to do? Now, for all we know, tomorrow they could be beat out again. I don't know, but anyway, goes. That's all, y'all. We have 4 hours in, okay, and I gave y'all my life. I gave y'all my everything. Okay, I hope y'all all had a great time. I now have to cut this live up to be some separate pieces that I will put out tomorrow and whatnot. Okay. I did Beyonce. Beyonce was just about the court case coming up for the person who stole her stuff. So I did that earlier. I went over everything. I went piece by piece by piece. But yeah, tomorrow is Mother's Day, so happy early Mother's Day to all the moms in the chat, and to those who probably watch this later on. Happy Mother's Day to you. And I might possibly go live tomorrow evening. I can't guarantee. I don't know yet. One, I don't have nothing else to talk about. However, y'all go watch all the other stuff that's up on the channel. Whatever you have not watched, go watch it. Go watch it. Have a good time and go watch it. Go watch my stuff. Yeah. Anyway, again, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Again, I'm gonna cut this live up, and it will be. I'm gonna probably post 3 clips tomorrow and whatnot. Okay. And then we will see if I go live tomorrow. If not, I'll be live, child, a couple days this week and whatnot. But happy Mother's Day to y'all and all that stuff. Have a good time for the rest of the night. I gotta go. Okay, and things to do and people to see. Love y'all. Bye.